So you think you have unlimited data.
Recalculating. Recalculating.
Think again. If you have unlimited data on a network you can't trust, your data is limited, and so are you. Set your smartphone free with the new unlimited plans from Total Wireless. Get 4 lines with unlimited data on the nation's best 4G LTE network with 100 gigabytes at high speed, then 2G for just $25 a month per line.
You have arrived at your destination.
Get the new unlimited plans. Total Wireless, total confidence. Available at Best Buy. See terms and conditions at TotalWireless.com.
I promise that you'll never find another like me.
With the Capital One Saver Card, you earn 4% cash back on dining and entertainment. That's 4% cash back on milkshakes with extra whipped cream. And 4% to get extra loud at the show. The Capital One Saver Card. Earn 4% on dining and 4% on entertainment. What's in your wallet?
Hey guys, it's Taylor. You can buy my new album Lover at taylorswift.com.
Terms apply. Capital One Bank, USA, N.A.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents... And Doug.
You two, my office, now! Limu, Doug, you're being transferred across town.
Oh, because they haven't heard that Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need.
No, it's because Limu keeps eating the chips on Janine's desk. And her keyboard, and her expense reports, and her stress balls, and her...
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
O'Reilly.
This is Wesley's O'Reilly Auto Parts story. When I'm just getting off work, there's only so many hours left in the day, so I definitely don't want to spend all my time waiting in line for car parts. With O'Reilly, I can buy the parts I need online and pick them up on my way home. It's so quick and easy, I don't have to worry about losing daylight to get my car up and running.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
11:30 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports, powered by Jack Spring Electric.
Over the years, you've brought them into your home. You were prescribed opioids after the C-section, when Dad injured his back, when your basketball star tore his ACL. Opioids helped with the pain, and you held on to them just in case. But did you know holding on to unused opioids puts your family at risk? Opioids are powerful pain-reducing prescription medicines, but most people who are prescribed opioids don't finish their prescriptions. So millions of unused opioids are sitting in homes across the country. And tragically, more than 100 Americans die every day from overdoses involving opioids. What can you do to protect your family? Remove the risk of unused opioids from your home. Pills, patches, or syrups in drawers, purses, and cabinets, anywhere they might be hiding. To find out how to dispose of them properly, visit www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
I adopted Bento in 2010 from a shelter. A lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
That's just one adoption story that started at a shelter. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a pet near you. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Tiger weather now.
Well, it could be late in the weekend before we see our next chance of rain here. Sunshine in the forecast today up to 54. A clear sky tonight, low 33. Sunny tomorrow with a high 57. And lots of sunshine as we wrap up the week on Friday. Friday's high 63. Saturday, sunny, mid-60s. Richard Weddick at the Weather Channel.
The following is a paid program. Participants of this program are not employees of this station, and their views, opinions, and claims do not necessarily represent those of Town Square Media, its employees, or advertisers. KWKH, Shreveport, Bossier City. 11:30 The Tiger, Shreveport and Bossier's #1 sports station.
Sports World, your local uniform professionals since 1973. 8809 Jewella, 686-1880.
So you think you have unlimited data.
Recalculating. Recalculating.
Think again. If you have unlimited data on a network you can't trust, your data is limited, and so are you. Set your smartphone free with the new unlimited plans from Total Wireless. Get 4 lines with unlimited data on the nation's best 4G LTE network with 100 gigabytes at high speed, then 2G for just $25 a month per line.
You have arrived at your destination.
Get the new unlimited plans. Total Wireless, total confidence. Available at Walmart. See terms and conditions at totalwireless.com.
You're in charge of hiring, and Indeed has solutions, like online skills tests, which let a candidate show that they're the right hire. Indeed will also give you this sticky frog, which will suddenly leap and stick to the face of the perfect hire. Okay, there's no sticky frog. But skills tests, that's a for sure.
See why independent research by Silk Road shows Indeed delivers 3 times more hires than any other job site. Post your next job at Indeed.com/hire and try skills tests for free. Terms and conditions apply.
Whether you're a casual golfer or an avid golfer, let Edwin Watts Golf Shops help you fill your wish list with the season's best deals in golf. Featuring special holiday offers from Callaway. Save $10 on Callaway Chrome Soft and Chrome Soft X golf balls, now $34.99 a dozen. And the new Callaway Jaws MD5 wedge for only $159.99. And while you're there, register to win free golf balls for a year. Edwin Watts Golf Shops offers an exclusive 90-day satisfaction guarantee. Edwin Watts Golf Shops, helping golfers' holiday dreams come true since 1968.
Robert J. Wright here for one of the hottest little eateries in Shreveport and Bossier. It's the Grill at Quirby's Golf Course. With the seasons changed, some new hours to pass along. Breakfast, 8:30 till 11. Amazing lunch specials every day till 2. And let me tell you, the always generous bar is open till 5 p.m. Great food all day long. You can't find a better place to hang out with friends. And it's all there at the #1 golf spot in the city. Guaranteed I'll see you there. The Grill at Quirby's Golf Course.
So you think you have unlimited data?
Recalculating. Recalculating.
Think again. If you have unlimited data on a network you can't trust, your data is limited, and so are you. Set your smartphone free with the new unlimited plans from Total Wireless. Get 4 lines with unlimited data on the nation's best 4G LTE network with 100 gigabytes at high speed, then 2G for just $25 a month per line.
You have arrived at your destination.
Get the new unlimited plans. Total Wireless, total confidence. Available at Walmart. See terms and conditions at totalwireless.com.
This is Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans, and we want to help your house feel more like a home with some of the lowest refinancing rates ever. Rates have dropped so much that many Americans can reduce their rate. You may be able to save money on your monthly mortgage payment right now. The rate today on our 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 3.99%, APR 4.18%. Call us at 800-QUICKEN or go to rocketmortgage.com.
Rates subject to change. Pay 1.375% fee to receive this discounted rate. Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLS number 3030.
1130 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports. Powered by Jack Spring Electric.
Sports World, your local uniform professionals since 1973. 8809 Juella, 686-1880.
1130 The Tiger, Shreveport's home for sports.
Good morning, everybody. How you doing? This is the Tim Fletcher Show on 1130 The Tiger. We're so glad you're hanging out with us already this morning. It is bright and early. Not so bright, and I'm not talking about just myself. I've got jokes on it. Little Dirtfoot gets our day started, as they are known to do. Big fans of this little crew here. Local band that knows how to bend over and shake their tail feathers. You know, Rogers, back in the day in high school, they used to call me Old Tail Feather.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's because how you shook them?
No, it was a visit to the doctor one time.
Oh, I see.
Probably HIPAA laws prevent me from sharing that story.
Whew, the 80s. Especially those early 80s.
You got that right, buddy. The Early Riser part of our show is brought to you by Sports World, your local uniform professionals since 1973. Sports World has got all of your gift-giving needs satisfied if you've got an athlete or if you're just an athletic supporter. LSU gear, T-shirts, you name it, buddy, they got you loaded up and ready. to satisfy that Tiger fan on Christmas morning. Excuse me. 8809 Joella, just north of 3132, buddy. Boop, boop, boo, 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 boo. We gonna get you.
Gonna get you.
Yeah. Joined in studio by our old pal, the Hambone, Rogers Hampton Jr.
Hey, boy.
What do you say?
What day is it, Flash?
Oh, it's Hump Day.
It's Hump Day. There you go.
Hump Day.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
You got it that quick, man.
I did.
I thought we was going to at least kill 2 or 3 minutes right there while you were thinking about what day it was.
We got other ways to kill time.
Yeah. You know how I knew it was Wednesday? Jerry McCoy was wearing his hooking up and tracking down.
I saw that in the reflection here. I was like, oh, yeah, it's Wednesday because he's got
him and Mike Eccles in studio today. No graph today.
Really?
Yes, we don't get our weekly visit this week.
Where's
I'm very
Graham?
disappointed. He's already done checked out. They have 2 more shows. Gary said today, next Wednesday, and then they take off till the 8th of January.
They're not going to do a show on Christmas Day.
No, on Christmas Eve. Yeah, Christmas Day. Yeah, Christmas Day.
Yeah.
I was almost going to get into it with him there, but you're in the bathroom, and sometimes you have to pick and choose.
That's a little lazy.
That's a little lazy. Christmas Day, there's people that are probably
boomers.
people that get fishing gear that morning, probably going out and hunting and fishing, tuning in to get tips and hints and all sorts of safety advice. And it's going to be what? The best of cow turd?
I guess so.
Oh,
He ain't
Merry
gonna tell you how to
stinking
fish.
Christmas, man.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Now that I think about it,
It's kind of lazy.
they're just slackers, man.
Speaking of, Adam Hester in the house. Good morning, Adam.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm all right.
School gets out for you guys next week, right?
We
next
start finals
Friday.
Thursday, so
What, tomorrow or the next Thursday?
like tomorrow. So Wednesday, maybe
Oh.
next Wednesday.
Do you guys get out, do you think, before Caddo? Surely they're going to let those kids out before the... Yeah.
I really don't know.
Yeah, Wednesday's a tough one for the folks that have to determine what's going on there. Yeah. Oh, you know what time it is, Rogers? This SEC update is brought to you by Red River Brewing, 1200 Marshall Street in Shreveport. They're open Hump Day
Tuesday.
and Holy Day. Well, the Arkansas Razorbacks, our coaching staff from 2019 is starting to fill the rosters of other coaching staffs. Jeff Traylor, the former Gilmer Buckeyes head coach for 15 years, won 3 state titles there. 2 or 3?
Yeah, enough.
Yeah. And, of course, who had been with the Arkansas Razorbacks as the running backs coach, was named the head coach of Texas San Antonio on Monday. Well, he's bringing Barry Lunny Jr. in to be his offensive coordinator. Lunny, former tight end coach, interim head coach after the Hogs fired Chad Morris, former Arkansas Razorback quarterback, is now headed to Texas San Antonio to be the OC. Speaking of offensive coordinators, Chad Morris, former head coach for the Arkansas Razorbacks, will hook up with a guy who was linked to the Arkansas head coaching job, Gus Malzahn. Morris will be the Auburn Tigers offensive coordinator under Gus Malzahn. So, worm has turned. This SEC update was brought to you by Red River Brewing. They're open from Hump Day to Holy Day. Red River Brewing, 1200 Marshall Street. We have first choice personnel coaches conversations this morning. Here in about 7 minutes, we'll have Jess Curtis join us. They're playing for a state championship. Adam.
That's right.
Kevin McGee and Logansport ran into the Oak Grove Buzzsaw, and Oak Grove, boy, they look like they are undeniable.
Yeah, they're moving pretty well right now.
And we'll talk to Kevin about 7:30 this morning. So first choice personnel, make first choice your last call, 797-7810. Those are coming up. Fellas, boy, about 7 o'clock last night, Dave Aranda's gone. Bruce Feldman, Ross Dellinger, guys that kind of have a pretty good reputation.
Mm-hmm.
With reports that the UNLV Runnin' Rebels had come to terms with Dave Aranda to become their head coach. By the time I went to bed by last night, had my warm milk and my little singlet on. Allie had tucked me all in. Checked my iPad. I'm like, wait a minute. Las Vegas and the Review-Journal says he ain't going, they ain't getting here, Aranda. Said they were not in the negotiations with Aranda. They were actually closer to hiring the Oregon defensive coordinator, and that Aranda is not going to be the head coach at UNLV. So there you go. There were those who were very perplexed by the idea of Aranda taking the UNLV job that paid $600,000 a year last year, when Aranda's making $2 million a year, to not have to worry about being the head coach. And they said, well, obviously they're going to pay him more than the previous head coach was making at UNLV, and UNLV is going to be playing and training in the new Raiders facility.
Yeah.
And that the Fertitta family, who has been a big backer of USC athletics, has disassociated themselves basically from USC and has switched over their allegiance and checkbook to UNLV.
Yeah, because they're based in Vegas, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
And so there are ways that people are like, yeah, they're going to have some money. We'll give them about as well. This is the guy. Harumph. Then get a harumph out of that guy. You may murmur all you like. Murmur. So I don't know why I didn't think about Aranda being on anyone's little radar this year.
Because the defense hadn't been the story. Nobody's focusing on that. They've even criticized it, which they have not done in the past.
The apathy that LSU fans seemed to kind of take this news that he was leaving was also a little bit like, huh? This happened last year. This was like, oh. But instead it was like, we still got Joe Brady, don't we? All right, as long as we score 50, we're good. How soon people forget. Aranda, when he needed to, he got it going this year, especially in the Georgia game, the championship game. He dialed up a couple of blitzes that Fromm had. There was one in particular where, after a first down, was straight up, safety straight up through the B gap, C gap, and just destroyed Fromm. Helps a little.
That's nice to do. Yeah.
Let him be able to do what he can do.
I think it was Delpa that had the sack.
Yeah, that's why.
Is that the one? Was that who it was? Do you remember that?
He just came on a beeline.
Yeah, like a little bit of a delayed blitz, and that Georgia had no idea. So maybe LSU fans have gotten a little bit comfortable.
And your offensive guy's getting the hardware now. So he's getting all the attention. Brady.
Tell you what, I hope that LSU figures out a way to hold on to him if Aranda wants to stick around. If he wants to go, he's going to go.
Sure.
He's finally decided he wants to be a head coach.
Right. He's just nothing's going to stop him. He'll go somewhere. Heck, he might take.
But there's better places, perhaps.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I would think so. Because the Colorado State job, I think, was also, he was mentioned with that. I didn't realize what they said after the fact.
Yeah.
He was mentioned with that as well.
Now, if somebody offers him a 9-year, $324 million deal, I'd probably take it.
Take it. He's maybe.
I think I'd shave my beard for that for 9 years.
He's the DC for the Yankees. All right, we'll get into this and a whole lot more as the day wears on. 6:14 is our time. Tim Fletcher Show with good old Adam Hester and the wonderful Rogers Hampton. We're glad y'all are hanging around with us. Mudbugs Hockey Hotline, 320-1130. First choice personnel. Coaches Conversations on the way, and you can text us on the Bayou Bellways Trash text line, 489-7453, 489-7453. Back right after this. Your local uniform professional since 1973, Sports World, bringing you the early riser. Mudbugs Hockey returns to Georgia's Pond at Hirsch Coliseum all month long in December. You want to stuff something in a stocking? How about a hockey stick, baby? Mudbugs Hockey all weekend, every weekend in December. MudbugsHockey.com. We love breakfast at Swoop. Bert Coons, just off I-49, across from Home Depot. Brighten your day at Swoop. Don't forget, though, lunch and dinner, those po' boys. They've got the Buster wrap and the chicken Caesar wrap, the grilled chicken wrap, the garden wrap. Did I mention the po' boys? That smoked barbecue down-home sausage po' boy and that roast beef po' boy are to die for. And trust me on this, you'll love the surf and turf po' boy. The bread is incredible. You will love po' boys from Swoop, just off I-49 at Bert Coons across from Home Depot.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and incredible news story, and I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. Employee pricing! That's right. Employee Pricing Plus at the Black Friday sales event is happening all month long at Landers Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. On select 2019 models, you can get Employee Pricing Plus all manufacturers rebates. This is literally a once-in-a-decade kind of deal. Seriously, last time Chrysler did this, I was in middle school. And we're expecting this to help us blow past our November sales record. So you better act fast, because once these cars are gone, they're gone. Look, if you're driving a 2019 or a 2020 Chevy Silverado and you absolutely hate it, congratulations, you qualify for an extra $1,500 in total savings. So come see us today at Landers Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram I-220 Benton Road in Bossier City. And remember, if it doesn't say Landers, you probably pay too much.
Dynamite shrimp. That's what they've got at Rotolo's Crafting Crust, fried and tossed in that house-made dynamite sauce. They've got it. You want it. It's Dynamite Shrimp at Rotolo's Crafting Crust. They've also got a brand new BBQ Big Boy Burger that will battle the best of them. And how about a fried buffalo chicken sandwich, a Bill sandwich? They even have shrimp tacos and seared tuna tacos now at Rotolo's Crafting Crust, East 70th in Shreveport. Christmas time, obviously, is a big deal for the folks over at Sports World. They've got your gift ready for that athlete in your family, that coach, that trainer, that student, that you name it. They've got something for everybody at Sports World. From head to toe, they've got your gift giving all squared away. Sports World, 8809 Juella, your local uniform professionals since 1973. Sports World. Walker Spring and Break, 1041 Jordan, Shreveport, Louisiana. Get in touch with old Landon Gramling over there at 222-0671. Randy Bradford's the top dog big cheese head honcho, and man, Walker Spring and Break's been around since 1928, so obviously they know what they're doing when it comes to leaf springs, adding more oomph to your haulability. Don't forget, it's stopping season. Make sure your brakes are working like a charm. Walker Spring and Break, 222-0671. Your local uniform professional since 1973, Sports World, bringing you the early riser.
11:30 The Tiger, Bossier City's home for LSU sports.
Oh, it's time to get excited, Manny Tiger football fans. What's going on if you're not already pumped up? Welcome back, everybody. 11:30 The Tiger, Tim Fletcher Show. It is 6:18, 18 minutes after the hour of 6 o'clock. Adam Hester, Rogers Hampton are right here. Our show presented to you by the great folks over at GBT, the great banking team. Stopped by the Line Avenue branch yesterday, having their little Christmas open house. Got me some cookies. Got to see your cousin, Tom Martin.
Yeah.
Got to see Mr. Johnson. All kind of fun, folks. Just a wonderful, wonderful batch of human beings. GBT, the great banking team, 3400 Line Avenue. You'll also find them Mansfield Road, Williamson Way, and in Bossier City, East Texas, next to the Bellagio. 4.11% interest with your hometown free reward checking. True customer service like you just really don't find very much anywhere anymore. Great people. Love GBT. Joining us down the Mudbucks Hockey Hotline for the First Choice Personnel Coaches Conversation, your head coach of the Manny Tigers. It's Jess, the Body, Curtis.
What's going on, Tim?
Not much, man. When do you get packed up and start heading down to the Dome? Tomorrow?
Yeah, we're going to leave tomorrow morning, bright and early, about 6:30. Yeah, we're going to get on the bus. I'm ready, man. I'm ready to go right now. We're ready to go right now.
Have you guys cleared out a spot in the like where the trophies are kept? You know, like, okay, let's dust off a little area here so we can put this one right here.
That's right. I always reserve a couple spots in there, we're excited, man. We're excited to see what the weekend's going to bring for us. It's been a great season. I mean, that had a tremendous game the other night with Kentwood. It was everything everybody thought it would be. It was definitely worth the price of admission. Game came down to really a couple of goal line stands for us in the second half. I mean, the ball was basically about a couple inches from the goal line. It's just, I can't say enough about my kids, man. It's just impressive what they've been able to do this year. it's just a great lesson to kids that if you just buy in and everybody row the same way and get going, you can do some big things.
Well, 3 times Kentwood was inside the red zone in the second half of the game, right? Fourth quarter,
Right.
wasn't it?
We drove down there and it was 4th down, about 4th and inches, and just an unbelievable goal line stand, and then we fumbled, and we had to stop them again, and we compounded that with a personal foul because the kids were disappointed, and so the defense really had to bow their neck there, stop them, and then we had a blocked punt, which I haven't had a blocked punt since I've been here, and
wow.
And the kids, and then our cornerback got an interception the next play. They just used to lose, man. I mean, we had such a great first half, and the second half, Kentwood's a state champion, and they didn't want to go home. I mean, they wanted to go to Superdome too, and they were throwing haymakers too, and it was just it was a tremendous football game, man.
Well, it sounded like that your offense was rolling early. What did Kentwood do in the second half that kind of put a kibosh on that?
Well, just, it was them and us. Several times we had a couple of bad snaps on 3rd down, 3rd and a yard, it would normally pick up, and that's our offense moving the chains. We can't have bad plays like that or else it throws us off schedule. And, that's what happened a couple of times in Kentwood. Combine that with Kentwood, again, playing knowing it was do or die. If they had to get off the field, and they made a couple of big plays. The game just kind of swung there a little bit. It kind of flipped. The script kind of got flipped, and we had to deal with it, and which meant our defense had to step up. And that was all. I kind of bit my tongue in half all week, not saying anything. Everybody talking about all their track speed and how we couldn't stop them, and we went man to man. I mean, everybody zones them, and we went man to man. And, we got up and played a little basketball press with them. And, it was just really good to see us, and especially the defense, and me being a defensive guy, kind of put it to them.
Well, Jess, your defense going to certainly have their hands full this Friday against Faraday, a team that is on a roll. After a season-opening loss to Ash, where they gave up 35 points, they have rolled through their next 13 opponents. They have steamrolled through the Class 2A playoffs. Let's talk a little bit about these guys. Again, physically talented, that's a given with Faraday. I know that they had a couple of studs last year that are now down at LSU, but what do they bring to the table physically compared to other teams you have faced? They're number one, they're well coached. Stanley Smith, they're a lot like us. They've been knocking at the door the last couple of years in the semis and gotten beat. They got beat on the last play in one of their games. We got beat in triple overtime to Sterlington. So it's a lot of similarities there. And we're on an 11-game streak ourselves. But they have a lot of good athletes. They have some size. It's going to be a big task, but it's going to be a big task for them. It's number one against number two. We're not stumbling in there as some 31 seed. It's 1 against 2, and I can't wait, man. So, what do they do offensively? What's the way
offensively?
Yeah,
offensively, they're a spread team. They have a really, really, really good athletic quarterback that can throw and run. They like to spread and they like to run. A lot of teams get spread and they chunk it 50. Kentwood got in spread; they were 70% pass. They're in spread. It's kind of flipped. It's more like 30 to 40% run. And if they can pass, he has a dynamite arm. They've got receivers that are very explosive. So you got to be on task. We've had a really good week. Feel good about it. If we go out and execute and don't get caught up in all the hoopla, and that's the thing we've been talking about all week. Just we want to enjoy the experience and understand. 3:30. Friday, playing in the dome, but it's kind of like the old Hoosiers. The field's still 100 yards, and the goalposts are still the same. Nothing's different, but we're playing in the New Orleans Superdome.
Faraday, since that opening loss to Ash, I believe their average score is 48-8 for the rest of the season. So there's a part of me that thinks that when you have that kind of success, and I mean, a wide margin, they haven't really been pushed too much to the brink. Jess, your guys have kind of been hungrier, so not hungrier, but have had to kind of earn it more, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
Do you kind of do you go into this with the attitude with your kids that, hey guys, we've had to scratch and claw and we've got our thing going here. These guys haven't really been tested in the last, since the season opener, really. Do you kind of look at this as an opportunity for your guys to kind of pop them in the mouth early and kind of show them they're in for a fight?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the whole deal. I mean, we've been that guy. We've been one seed, this and that. But I'm gonna tell you what. In all my years of coaching, I've enjoyed this year the most because this group has had to fight and scrap and had to work hard every day to improve things and improve technique and watch film and do the little things and to be where we're at right now. And I really respect what we've done, and I also respect the way that we just kind of bite down our mouthpiece and let people say things and this and that. And now I know how, like the Sterlingtons and how those teams come in there all the time ready to pop us in the mouth. I understand that now, because that's what we are. Well, we're number 2 seed, and everybody acts like, we need to go down there and just kneel down before Faraday. I don't understand that, because we're definitely not going to kneel. We're going to grab them by the belt buckle, and we're going to go a couple rounds.
How about your dynamic duo at running back with Williams and Wiseman? Wiseman was the one who kind of ended up being the payload carrier last Friday. Do you feel like you got perhaps the best running back tandem in the state?
Yeah, and Tim, I don't think I do. I know I do. These two guys are some dogs. I mean, you're talking about two kids. They're 220 plus, and come downhill, in a bad mood. And I mean, I can't say enough about them, because our kids understand our blueprint for success with this group of kids, and they follow it to a T. Now, a lot of it's those two big guys coming down and being physical and moving the chains, and I can't say enough about those kids. They've been so tough, so physical, and done a lot for us. And then you add to it Cadillac, our quarterback, and his leadership, and look for him to do some good things on Friday evening. But those running backs have been tremendous for us. I'm glad they're going to get to play on this stage so more people can see them and they'll understand why we're there.
What does this mean to you to get a shot at another state championship?
Oh man, it's awesome. I was lucky enough to play my last game in high school there in '88. And then to take Manny, it's the third time we've taken Manny to the Dome. It means the world to see the. I mean, the town is on fire, man. I can't go anywhere right now, and it's awesome. I mean, the kids love them. Everywhere they go, people are, treating them like like they're rock stars, and that's cool. I mean, I think that's what high school football is about. It's small town football. And when a team's successful and it's going to state championship, I mean, that town just is on fire. I mean, they hung a sign up in town, last person to leave town, turn off the lights. I mean, it's a big thing here in Manny, and I'm proud to be a part of it, because this is where I'm from. It's home. And growing up as a kid, sitting in those bleachers watching, those guys are my idols. And then now to be able to be in charge of that program, man, it means the world to me, Tim. And it meant the world to me both times I went, the coach, and I can't wait to get back down there. And if we can bring this thing home, it'll be awesome. I'm just proud of where our program is at. It's what we want it to be when we start this thing.
I completely get that, buddy. Well, 3:30 on Friday. Is that a concern at all that, it's not your typical game time? So you have to alter a little bit of your feeding schedule and all that good stuff.
We played the late game, and it just about killed me. I mean, I think I wore out the clock in the hotel, so we're glad about that. This is your typical game. So, we'll get up early, and it kind of, the kids won't have to sit all day in that hotel room. And so, I'm excited about it. I think it's a perfect time for us. It may not be for a fan or this or that, but our fans don't care. We could have played at 6 a.m., and we'd be down there, and, we'd have that Jimmy Dean tailgate, and party and then go home. We don't care. 3:30 is good. It's perfect for us.
Man, it's exciting. After an 0-3 start, these guys haven't been turned away since then. They are absolutely just on a roll right now. Defensively, I don't know how you can, top what they did last week as far as one of my favorite football terms, bow your neck. You guys did it 3 different times to keep Kentwood at bay last week, and now the Manny Tigers are going to be taking on Faraday for the state championship in Class 2A on Friday afternoon in the Dome, 3:30 kick. If you're a Manny Tiger fan, you already know where to go and how to get there and where to get your tickets and all that good stuff. If you're looking for a team to follow, you're it. The lone Northwest Louisiana quadrant, I guess you could say. Heck, Oak Grove, I guess, and OCS. So we got 3 teams from North Louisiana down there. Jess, best of luck to you, buddy. What a hell of a run it's been so far, and we hope we're talking to a state championship winning head coach this time next week.
Thanks, Tim. I appreciate you guys, man. Y'all take care.
You too. Jess the Body Curtis. That dual running back deal is kind of a big deal for Manny.
Yeah, especially how they like to play.
Because it literally is. It seemed like the Wiseman kid was the one who kind of got lathered up last week, and so they just kind of rode him.
Right.
Doesn't mean that the Williams kid had an off night. It's just, hey, Wiseman's working. Let's roll it. You got 2 kids that are 6'1", 220 pounds. 2 of them back there in the backfield.
Imagine you'll see plenty of both.
I imagine you will. I think what the expectation is going to be like for these guys next year.
Yeah.
It's what a run, though. Seriously. To go 0-3 and then roll it out like this.
Mm-hmm.
Been pretty impressive.
That kind of speaks to their mentality,
Yeah.
And speaks to how well they're coached and how their coaches did not panic. He knew they were going to be fine. I think he knew more than anybody they were going to be fine. He told us that every week.
Yep. Even though he had to have someone taste his food and had to wear a mask sometimes at Walmart.
Sure.
So far, so good. Now people are bringing him casseroles. You know who I think hates casseroles, Adam? That guy. You know why I think Rogers would hate a casserole?
Why is that?
He doesn't like food touching. 2 different foods. And what is a casserole? It's a lot of different food touching.
You send them my way.
You not a big casserole fan? Green bean casserole with...
It's the only way I'll eat green beans, actually.
Cheese and onions and cream of mushroom soup. And then float your boat. Do you like stuffing or dressing? Holy moly. God, I could eat dressing I could eat it every day from Thanksgiving to Christmas. I love dressing. He's an interesting man there, Adam Hester.
Mm-hmm. Certainly.
That's true. The turkey and the ham's going to taste better for the Manny Tigers this year than it probably would have thinking about back to week 3. But, man, imagine if they are able to get this deal done and complete the circuit with a win over Faraday on Friday. That's pretty stinking impressive, right, man. So best of luck to Jess and the crew. Speaking of ham and turkey, I need to. Bill Smith sent me something for the coaches the other day.
He asked for the list, right?
He got the list. Gave him the list, but there's something else about when they were. He said, "Hey, can you tell them to come by this time or something?" Yesterday, I think it was. They had to be by yesterday. I'm kidding. Would that surprise you at all, though?
No, especially as bad a day you had.
True. The back has been hurting.
I can tell you're better today, though.
Thank you. Coaches, if you're listening, you can come by Honey Baked Ham and get it whenever you want through December 31st.
Nice.
So that's how nice they are over at Honey Baked Ham. They love the high school coach segments. They love what these fellas do. And so all those coaches that I texted last week and said, hey, Honey Baked Ham's doing it again. You can get a ham or a turkey courtesy of, Honey Baked Ham. You have until New Year's Eve. So if your family's going to be going somewhere else for Christmas and you're not going to be able to celebrate at home, or if you're going to hit the road for Christmas, you want to take a ham or a turkey with you, fellas, y'all have until December 31st. Now, for the rest of us, I like having the ham on Christmas Day. And if we're going to get together Christmas Eve, might as well have some turkey as well. Honey Baked Ham, your ham quarters for the holidays. Also, the turkeys at Honey Baked Ham are just outstanding, mouth-watering. I am very partial to the turkey breast that's already pre-sliced. It's amazing. I like the bone-in ham. Now, go ahead and cut me up some ham. That's fine, because I'll just throw it on the skillet a whole lot easier. But, buddy, it is unbelievable. I know Adam loves it. Rogers loves it. I know I do. Honey Baked Ham, 865-4411, 865-4411, Southfield and Uri. Stop by, get yours, turkey, ham, ordered, all your fixings and sides. Rogers is a big fan of that as well. Your ham quarters for the holidays.
Honey, please get me a Honey Baked Ham.
And Rogers and Adam and I will be back on 1130 The Tiger right after this. Your local uniform professional since 1973, Sports World, bringing you the early riser. How many of you can say you love your bank? I know I do. GBT, the great banking team. We love it because of the customer service. We love it because of the products. Go see these folks in person. That's right. They fully staff their branches, and they have real-life human beings ready to take your call. 318-843-6228. GBT, the great banking team. Dynamite shrimp. That's what they've got at Rotolo's Crafted Crust, fried and tossed in that house-made dynamite sauce. They got it. You want it. It's dynamite shrimp at Rotolo's Crafted Crust. They've also got a brand new BBQ Big Boy burger that will battle the best of them. And how about a fried buffalo chicken sandwich, a Bill sandwich? They even have shrimp tacos and seared tuna tacos now at Rotolo's Crafted Crust, East 70th in Shreveport.
Hey, this is Bubba Winningham here at Chevyland, and General Motors just announced GM employee discount for everyone on all remaining 2019 new Chevrolets in stock. We've got about 200 of those left, so the savings are incredible. How about $32,995 for a 2019 Silverado Crew Cab with 355 horsepower V8, Texas Edition equipment all over the place. This is a great loaded up truck that's over $14,000 off MSRP at $32,995. Or you can buy a brand new 2019 Equinox LT, get 32 miles per gallon, room for 5, lots of space behind the seats back there. You can get that car for $22,995. GM employee price on everything 2019 in stock. Go to Chevyland.com right now to get all the exact pricing details and contact me at Chevyland 7500 Erie Drive.
So your kiddo comes home from practice complaining about muscle aching, so tired. If you want that kiddo to be improving at football, band, cheerleading, dance squad, Hester, they got to get on the practice field.
Yes, they do.
Can't make the club in the tub.
Absolutely. Get back out there.
Get back out. How do you do it?
Go to Chillin' Hill.
798-4325. You're a big fan. I'm a big fan. Yep. Imagine what it can do for teenagers.
Absolutely. Get to Normatec, get in the chamber, get back out on the field today.
798-4325.
Edge Concrete Cutting. We cut floors, ceilings, walls, slabs, bridges, and more. Edge can handle your flat sawing, electrical slab sawing, core drilling, early entry sawing, concrete demo, and removal. Edge has the experience, personnel, and equipment to handle any job, ranging from large construction projects to small concrete cuts or coring jobs. Call Edge Concrete Cutting at 925-3745. That's Edge Concrete Cutting at 925-DRILL.
Holiday season is here, and that means holiday pictures, right? The family's gathering, friends are gathering, everyone wants to take a photo. Hey, why aren't you smiling? Oh, the teeth hurt. Yeah, that can be taken care of. Got a tooth problem? We know the tooth doctors. Cormier Family Dentistry, 868-4072. Make that holiday picture really sizzle this year. Cormier Family Dentistry, 868-4072. Oh, buddy, it's Eggnog Daiquiri season. Daiquiri Express. Every location, all 5, have got enormous amounts of eggnog daiquiris. They know you want it. They know you've got it. They have it. You want it. Get together. Eggnog Daiquiris at Daiquiri Express. Your local uniform professional since 1973, Sports World, bringing you the early riser.
If it's LSU sports, it's on 1130 The Tiger.
Welcome back, everybody. 11:30 The Tiger, Tim Fletcher Show. It's a beautiful day. Rogers Hampton and Adam Hester are right here. You know that you can get right now. You can do a little shopping on online, of course, at GoLanders.com, and decide that, wait a minute, did I just see 20% off on a 2020 Ram 1500 Bighorn quad cab? 20% off? That's incredible. What about a Jeep Compass Latitude 4x2 for $333 a month? Those are just a sample of the great deals you'll find during the Employee Pricing Plus Big Finish to 2019 at Landers Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. GoLanders.com, your home of the 59-minute car deal. 2701 Benton Road, just south of I-220, underneath the 2,400 square foot American flag. Adam?
Mm-hmm.
Got anything on the Bayou Bellways trash text line we need to get to there, sir? 318
here. 318 says bowl picking contest ?
I don't know. What's the vote here among the fellas?
I don't care. If we have one, I'll do it. If we don't have one, I won't. So I don't know. It's not my favorite amongst the fantasy sports options. I don't like the confidence pick part of it. Having to figure out, who's more fired up to win the CarQuest
Belt Bowl or the Tax Slayer?
The Tony the Tiger Bowl, right?
It's great.
I don't know.
Grr, baby, grr.
So
I think we're going to tend to go no.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea. Patrick Netherton show's name. Hester. JJ and Ben, yeah. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Goal's 300, right? Okay. All right. I'll check on the thing and we'll get that out there again. Oh. Yeah. Don't bring us money. Because Netherton's just going to get $50 of barbecue if you bring him cash. Yeah. So probably no on the bowl pick'em.
Yeah.
Deal. Netherton wants to do one. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Knock yourself out.
Knock yourself out. 318-GUY-PAL, 318-489-7453. Bayou Bell, the nice guys who love talking trash. Before we had Jess on, we were talking about the Dave Aranda situation. What about the Joe Brady deal?
Mm-hmm.
First time in the history of the Broyles Award, 24 years. This is the first time that a non-offensive or defensive coordinator won the award.
And I got no issue with it.
Nope.
Whatsoever. Makes total sense to me.
I love that the Ohio State offensive or defensive coordinator that was introduced said, oh, great, I get to go after Boy Wonder, because Brady was introduced before he was. So they get the number one pick ahead of us. Now I got to follow this up too. And people are, sour grapes. I was kidding around. Just making a joke.
That's not how it works anymore. We must be outraged.
Crybaby. I'm like, come on. You think seriously at an awards banquet for assistant coaches that a guy's going to flex like that? I don't. Let's use some common sense, people.
No, what?
Yes, what? Adam. I still believe. I believe in some common sense. Still is out there.
Mm.
Do people think that he was like, get out of the way, Boy Wonder? You guys hosed us for the number one seed, and now you go before me? This is ridiculous. Anyway, thanks for nominating me for this stupid award. I don't care who gets it. Give it to the kid, the Boy Wonder. Look at that Ohio State coach. He's the worst. Cry me a river. Buckeyes, you mean more like eyes. Folks, he was kidding. He was kind of joking around.
Yeah.
Kind of what assistant coaches do.
What did he really mean, though?
I think what he really meant is that Joe Brady was referred to as Boy Wonder. He was 29 years old when the season started, which is a boy compared to most of these coaches that are in the business. Boy, the Brady guy, he sure seems humble.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about how this should have Steve Ensminger's name on it as well.
Right.
That's pretty cool. Someone mentioned if Aranda leaves, can Ensminger be the defensive coordinator and bring in another 29-year-old to kind of work under him on defense?
Makes sense.
It's starting to kind of click together.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys see the picture of Hugh Freeze and Lane Kiffin together?
Yeah, he's puffed up.
He's puffed up a little bit. Yeah. Got a little too much sodium in his diet. No, hang 10, dude. Woo! Surfs up in Oxford. Yes. Salt life, baby. So, I mean, what's that conversation about? So, Hugh, you screwed this up. What can I do to avoid being you? Well, first of all, get a burner phone. Here, try this one.
Use mine.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. That was just kind of odd.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a part of me that's like, okay, maybe Hugh Freeze, who just signed an extension, by the way, to remain the head coach of the powerhouse of Liberty. Yeah, exactly. Maybe the guy still cares for the school and wants to see them do their best. Huh? I guess they're still paying him some. I mean, like most buyouts, unless you're Hunter Yurachek and you're bragging about how this yokel we got here, we ain't gonna have to pay him squat.
What an idiot!
Just want to let everyone know here. Yeah. Want to know here that old Sam Pittman, he's a great guy here, but man, did we fleece him? This is fantastic. Everybody give a round of applause for our head coach. We just absolutely fleeced. That's great. All right. We'll pick Suey. Yes, sir! Y'all are going to get sick of hearing that phrase here because they're going to say it after every first down and touchdown.
Everyone already is.
That's another Arkansas Razorback first down. Yes, sir!
The other part's bad enough.
Oh, yeah, it's another Arkansas Razorback.
Yeah, okay.
That was started in Little Rock, by the way, by Craig O'Neill when he was doing
PA.
I know. And now other people are picking up on it.
Yeah,
Arkansas is a trend-setting state.
You need that after every first down. How about we wait until points are scored?
Arkansas was the first one to have a Walmart, for instance. Now, look, they're everywhere. Arkansas was the first place to have a Dillard's. Now, look, they're everywhere. Arkansas was the first one to kill chickens and eat them. Tyson Chicken. Now, look, everyone's eating chicken. Trend setting. Everybody's doing that's another fill in the blank first down. And now it's going to happen. Yes, sir, is going to be the new catchphrase for the 2020 college football season.
2 years it'll be played over and over as they've bought out another coach.
Yes, sir.
Remember that time?
The bank teller wherever Pittman is banking in 2023. You got another check from the University of Arkansas. Do you want to deposit it? Yes, sir. Do you want to cash this? Yes, sir. Big bills? Yes, sir. Give it up for Pittman, man. He got emotional at the day of
Yeah, because he can't believe it either.
Don't hurt me. You seem like
I was kind of in the weeds on the Chad Morris thing. I was kind of downplaying that.
Oh.
I wasn't really – I don't know if I was really sold on Chad being the head coach. And if he would – wasn't sure if he'd be able to get kids in Texas. Didn't know if he'd have success there. But this one, I'm feeling pretty good about.
That's interesting.
I feel pretty good that Pittman's the guy. I think we figured out. I kind of knew early on that Chad wasn't going to really work out at Arkansas. But this just feels different. Just feels there's something positive. Maybe it's the catchphrase, "Yes, sir," that has me really buying into this.
That's all it took, huh?
It's shiny. It's got my attention. Yeah, I'm all in.
When you say downplaying previous, when you say downplaying the previous coaching staff,
Chad Morris,
yeah. Rogers, I don't know how easy it is to find certain things that Tim says, but I believe conference championship and the number 2020.
Right, and he couldn't fulfill that, so he sucked.
Oh.
So when
you say downplaying, though,
we had to get rid of him. Me and Hunter and the rest of the board of trustees.
Yeah, but when you say downplaying, that was your statement. That was you that said.
Yeah, I wasn't saying national title. I said SEC, something small. Start small. SEC
because the
title.
SEC title doesn't usually mean playoff, and you're right.
Because it's typical the SEC champion is on the outside looking in when the playoffs roll in.
Oh.
I think probably the reason the "yes, sir" catchphrase has really now become what it is.
Yeah.
Because that was the first candidate that actually answered that question of, would you like to be the coach of this university?
Imagine that's what it is.
He got no sir up until then.
Sir.
No, sir. That just doesn't sound right.
No.
Yes, sir.
Did you mean to call our offensive coordinator?
Yeah. Did you get the right office number? Do you need extension 08?
I can give it to you.
No, this is Yurchek is kind of back. Well, no. We were trying to call you. Yeah, sure, I guess. Well, I'll take it. Well, I haven't even offered the job to you yet. I don't care. I'll take it. No buyout, whatever. I don't care. I'll take it. Yeah, we'll pick to it. Yes, sir.
This windbreaker's going to be a little tight. That's all right.
It's all going to work out. Who's going to end up laughing at the end of this thing? Huh? Exactly, Esther.
I think a lot of people could be.
Here's one thing. I know Pittman knows how to swing a sledgehammer, I bet.
Oh, my God.
Oh, and I hope that gets you more than 4 wins in 2 years.
He's not going to headbutt a player with a helmet on. Not going to be wishy-washy and fire an assistant coach, after he makes the mistakes of not being a good coach, fire all the underlings. Do you see?
No, because he'll just get fired himself, so you don't have to worry about it.
That's not the way the mafia handles it. When the head of a mafia has a deal go wrong, he takes the blame. He doesn't get rid of his lieutenants. He didn't take it out on other people. He admits
it out on other people.
He admits his mistakes and
so
moves
we've not
forward.
seen Godfather 1 or 2, for that matter.
It was for Billy Bats
and a lot of other things. There's people going crazy looking for him. I don't know. There's him.
Yeah, I think in that scene, Ray Liotta in one documentary said that he didn't know that the guy was going to slap him. Because if next time you watch the scene,
he does have
he almost kind of
whoa,
almost laughs. Because
right.
he's like, "Wait, you hear me?" That's it. Watching it, he's like, "Oh, hey, yeah, I can't believe he just did that."
Paul Sorvino.
Yes.
Made to play those roles.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Did you know he's Mia Sorvino's dad?
Yeah, I sure did.
And she is the daughter of Cher, right?
Don't think so.
6:55 the time by Bell trash text line. I don't know.
Does Cher really have a daughter? Isn't Chastity now?
Chase?
Looks more like Paul.
Chase?
Chase,
I think?
Chaz.
Chaz.
Yes.
That's right, Chaz. And we'll move
Draco
on.
does not like dressing. Draco says hate dressing.
What? Why?
Yeah, I shouldn't have read that one, Rogers. I'm sorry. Because now Tim will get on one of these food things.
Oh, no. I don't usually do that.
We really need to start bookmarking every, we'll have 5 categories, and we'll just pull into, yeah.
Bayou Bellway's Trash Text line, 489-7453.
Draco wants to know if we are fired up for the Independence Bowl, because he is.
It's a great matchup.
Again, yesterday, somebody fishing around for cheap tickets on Facebook. They're like $20.
15
right?
15 end zones,
yeah.
30.
Stadium doesn't have nosebleeds. Just go. Just go to the box. Go to the website and get them.
Mm-hmm.
Stop.
Right.
Although it would help if you knew the price of it, too.
That would have helped.
Yeah.
Art should have known the prices.
Yeah. Draco hopes that Pittman can defend the fake fair catch.
Downfall of many a good coach. But Arkansas avenged that loss.
Oh. Avenge me!
With the win this year by taking out the...
But then lost to San Jose State.
San Jose State's in the playoffs, I think.
They even in a bowl?
No.
I have no idea.
No.
High Rail says the Hogs will fire that coach in 2 years and owe him $10 million. They won't, though. Right? Because they basically...
It's a $3 million, it's a 5-year, $3 million a year deal, right? So $15 million. If they fire the most they'll ever have to pay him is if they fire him after year 1, they have to pay him 75%. After year 2, it's 50%.
That's what it was.
So yeah,
when you're bragging about the buyout on day 2 of the regime, it just doesn't send a good signal.
The optics don't look so hot.
No.
By the way, San Jose State wasn't as bad as what you're trying to make them out to be. Here, Hester.
I asked if they went to a bowl game. I have no idea if they're good, bad, or what.
Let's see. Well, I hate this thing. Were they really? Wait a minute.
I have no clue.
5 and 7. They beat Arkansas, but guess what? They also beat New Mexico.
Oh.
They also
fired
beat
their coach.
Army.
Who had a down year.
Fresno State. And Northern Colorado.
Oh.
So that's pretty doggone impressive. Arkansas's in there with New Mexico, Northern Colorado, Army, and Fresno State. Those are juggernauts. So, maybe it wasn't such a bad thing after all, Hester. Not everybody can be, UNLV even beat them.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Whew. Wow. Okay.
Anyway. No border, Tim. Are you going to allow Adam on the bandwagon at 4 and 8? I don't know what that means.
Yeah, when Arkansas gets 4 and 8.
Arkansas goes 4 and 8.
Yep.
I don't want to be on the bandwagon if they're 13 and 0.
I will gladly, no border, welcome Adam Rogers to the Arkansas bandwagon when Pittman has these guys at 12 and 0, getting ready for the SEC championship game in 2022.
I'll be supporting whoever wins the East.
What would it take for you to root for Arkansas? And I haven't made this worse, I don't think. Have I?
No, I just always not liked Arkansas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So why not? What'd they do to you? Show us on the doll where they hurt you.
Why would I like Arkansas?
They're right there, for one thing.
Okay.
It's the best helmet in all of sport.
No.
It's
in all of sport. Like there's more sports that wear helmets.
Yes.
Right.
Motorcycles. It's a beautiful campus.
Because there's none of those anywhere else. Just there.
It has fun people that love them. Like, for instance, moi. That's French for Tim Fletcher. It's a tradition like no other. They are good. Just do it. Arkansas football. That came up with that phrase.
I think that
basketball
was,
national championship
one time, long time ago.
contender.
Right.
40 minutes of hell.
Yeah, one title 25 years ago.
I used to think that I was going to visit my aunts and uncles. 40 minutes of hell. You go to a place called Gould, Arkansas, and tell me you could have fun. Oh,
you're really selling it so far.
Oh, baseball team, national championship 2 years ago. World Series contender year in and year out.
I realize you've blocked out what happened, but
softball team.
They have one?
Do I need to even mention track and field? You always got a national title to root for. Soccer team won the SEC this year. You're a soccer fan. I would think that'd be like number one. Women's soccer program, unless you don't like girls soccer. You know,
you're making a terrible. This is a terrible argument. It's not. This. I don't.
John Daly is a Razorback fan.
Okay.
Matthew McConaughey is our Minister of Culture.
Nope. He's not.
Earl Campbell.
Nope.
Played there. Fran Tarkenton. Bart Starr. Joe Namath. Billy Cannon. All former Razorbacks.
Have you fallen lately?
Matt Jones.
Okay, there you go. That's one. He did play there.
That's all you need to be for a fan of Arkansas is just, wait a minute. That's the guy that could run like a gazelle, could jump like a kangaroo.
And won nothing.
Life.
I don't think he's doing, I think he won that either.
His Wikipedia page seems to kind of fallen off the map.
Tails off about a decade ago or so.
There's a spot for you on the bandwagon.
I'm okay.
7:03 the time. So I've won Adam over. Rogers may be a tougher nut to crack. Yeah, he hates him. You don't hate. I appreciate that, Rogers. I do. I don't know why he's got so much hate for him.
Why would I not?
Huh?
Why would I not? It's an old rival of Texas. They like to kick cars when you're trying to park. And they're
trying to park on a golf course.
Yeah, where they were directing you to park, and they direct, which is the brilliance of these people, right?
Your brother got
Let's use this golf course. Let's use this golf course when in it's the last game of the season, so you imagine the weather is usually not great. And yeah. Well, let's put a bunch of cars on the golf course. That's good.
I told you to kill every golfer on the golf course. Your brother got engaged, proposed to his wife.
Congratulations to him.
At a Razorback game.
What does that mean to me?
It led to providing you 4 wonderful, handsome, beautiful
that I see like twice a year and then send back home. It's great. It's all fun. Hadn't seen Uncle Adam in a while, so there's no crying, no like, everything, fun, and then boom, gone. And then
I'm gonna start
back to bed.
Uncle Adam.
Gone.
Uncle Adam.
They have to see Chance all the time.
Is that what they call you, really?
God bless.
Uncle Adam?
I don't know.
Or just Uncle or
Adam.
I
see him twice a year. I don't remember.
It does have a good flow.
Yeah.
see him twice a year.
His heart's as big as his head.
Three times a year because football camp. They come for football. That's right. Yeah, there you go. So that's great.
Got anybody Beltway's trash text before the SEC update there, Hester?
Brush Top. Thoughts of the Tim Fletcher Show traveling to New Orleans for the national championship if LSU wins? Can you get a media credential? I'll be watching that from my house.
Yeah. I've done the been there, done that. There's way. Yes.
I went to 3 BCS title games. Yeah. I'm good.
Right.
I mean, sure, I'm sure it would be fun. No doubt.
But I tend to, when I go to those things, I tend to get really involved working, and I don't enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm to the age now, I'd rather enjoy some things.
I have got
than bust my
400 things going on, like during that, right around that time. And so if LSU loses to Oklahoma, I don't know how much I'll even watch it because I am super busy around that time of January.
Yeah. If it's Oklahoma and Ohio State. Wait. Yeah, Oklahoma, Ohio State.
Or Clemson.
I at least kind of want to, because I haven't really watched a whole lot of Clemson this year.
Right, that's true.
So I'd be a little bit more curious, like, okay, let's see if these guys can pull it off. And
yeah.
Yada, yada, yada. But Ohio State and Oklahoma.
I am not really interested in watching either one of those lift the trophy.
No. Same here. Not at all. Bobby Beltway's trash text line.
Yeah, I think there was a couple more. 318. So Tech will face its past 2 defensive coordinators at the Independence Bowl.
Sure will.
Who else is the?
It's the guy who took over from Manny is now Manny's defensive coordinator. Baker.
No, Diaco's there now.
I believe it is
Like how you search defensive coordinator.
Blake Baker. It is Blake Baker.
Manny Diaz and Blake Baker.
Yep. Blake Baker almost is as fun to say as Uncle Adam.
No, it ain't.
We're so sorry, Uncle Adam.
Because no one else has nephews. It's so stupid. Johnny C., just go to the Independence Bowl ticket office and tell them that you won tickets on the Tim Fletcher Show, and they will probably believe you, thinking that Tim forgot to set it up. It's not a bad.
That's not the worst plan.
No, not a bad try.
And why Adam decided to put a knife through your heart, Rogers, is beyond me. Everybody's got nephews and nieces.
Yeah,
child. He's an only child. He has no. He'll never have a nephew or niece.
You're not missing anything. You will. You're. It's no big deal. It's fine. They're the people that get really too into that, and it's like, oh, all right, okay.
I like being an uncle. I'm not a great uncle.
Not yet.
Not yet. Wait a minute. I am a great uncle.
Or as an actual?
Peyton's had a baby.
As in pronouns?
I am literally a great uncle. I forgot about that. Peyton Fletcher has had a baby.
Coach Todd Sharp, who I saw yesterday. For Hester's sanity, y'all need to start interviewing basketball coaches after football season.
I think Adam likes my free time with him. He cares for it too much.
I am looking at the people that came to the Independence Bowl last year, Temple fans that were dressed as like the Pope or whatever.
Yeah.
Can they come back?
Yeah, no, they were fun. We sat by some Temple fans. They were really good dudes from Philly. You know,
they look like they're having a good time.
Now, granted, they were having a good time because I kept buying 12 packs of beer and tossing them to the crowd.
Whatever works. You know?
Everyone is of age, by the way.
We hope.
Yeah. And we had a good time last year's Independence Bowl.
I did too. Yeah.
Because I think Cupcake ended up over there somehow or another.
Yeah, I was around him at some point.
We saw you last year.
Probably.
We didn't sit with you. We sat our Allie's, one of her best friend's son, Will Bell, who got beat in the prep fantasy semifinals last week. I don't know who won the semifinal games. I don't know who's in the Prep Fantasy Championship. We had a good time. Time now for an SEC update.
This SEC update is brought to you by Red River Brewing, 1200 Marshall Street in Shreveport. They're open hump day to holy day.
The All-American squads are rolling out. The Athletic has announced their All-American team. Joe Burrow, first-team starter, first-team quarterback. Jamar Chase, first-team wide receiver. Damian Lewis, how about that? First-team offensive guard out of LSU. Jedrick Wills of Alabama, named first-team as a tackle. Defensively, Derek Brown, who is going to make a lot of money here soon. Defensive tackle out of Auburn, named to the first team. Derek Stingley, freshman out of LSU, of course, also named to the first team. The fine folks over at Pro Football Focus have their All-American team. And yes, Joe Burrow is the first-team quarterback. Jamar Chase, first-team wide receiver. They also have, as far as other SEC players, Jordan Elliott of Mizzou and Derek Brown on the defensive line. And yes, Derek Stingley at cornerback and Trevon Diggs.
This SEC update was brought to you by Red River Brewing. They're open from hump day to holy day. Red River Brewing, 1200 Marshall Street.
They also have Amik Robertson, by the way, of Louisiana Tech as the first team. So giddy up. How you like that? They have Trevon Diggs as kind of the flex defense, a guy that can float around between cornerback and safety, so out of Alabama. So there you go. 7:12 the time. Tim Fletcher Show, 11:30 the Tiger, brought to you by Brewer Quality Homes, the Brew Crew, your home for tiny houses, your home for huge double-wide homes, Jessup double-wides, Franklin modular homes. They can be basically designed how you want them. They have, I think, it's like 15 to 20 different kitchen designs. You know, I always thought a kitchen, you have a sink and a stove and a refrigerator and a dishwasher, and that's all you need. Well, you can put them in so many different places. If you want to, you can stack them all on top of each other. You can have the sink above the stove. Dude, Nate Dizzle can make it happen, especially if he's gone to a Widespread Panic show the day before. He will envision his mind has been expanded by Widespread Panic, so he can make some things happen that you would think that the mortal man cannot have even conceive. What the mind can conceive, Uncle Adam will believe. Brewer Quality Homes, 3830 East Texas in Bossier City, Louisiana. The dream of home ownership is a reality for you and your family. All you got to do, make that trip, 3830 East Texas, Bossier City. Everything Donnie Brewer touches turns to sold. Where is Brewer, by the way, lately?
I have no idea.
He must be on one of his hunting or fishing trips. Is there a despot or a dictator that's been taken down here lately? Venezuela?
Do you have those anymore? That guy's dead.
I don't know.
Not that, but the one before. Just feel like you don't have those anymore, really. You know?
Yeah, probably not.
Like, obviously Putin and
right
and the North Korea situation, but there's no like Noriegas anymore, you know.
Well, thanks to Donnie.
True. I should probably not talk about that.
Well, we probably shouldn't because that window's open and Donnie's a pretty good shot. So we'll move it on. 320-1130 Mudbugs Hockey Hotline. You can text us on the Bayou Bellways Trash Text Line 489-7453. We'll be back right after this. Your local uniform professional since 1973, Sports World, bringing you the early riser.
Leonard Skinner, last of the Street Survivors farewell tour. With special guest, Travis Tritt. Saturday, March 21st, Century Link Center. Leonard Skinner. Tickets on sale Friday, December 13th at 10 a.m. at livenation.com. Every pair of tickets purchased includes a copy of the new album, Leonard Skinner, Last of the Street Survivors Farewell Tour Live, presented by Live Nation.
Whether you're a casual golfer or an avid golfer, let Edwin Watts Golf Shops help you fill your wish list with the season's best deals in golf, featuring special holiday offers from TaylorMade. Save $5 on TaylorMade TP5 and TP5X golf balls, now only $39.99. And featuring the new TaylorMade Mill Grind 2 wedges for $169.99. And while you're there, register to win free golf balls for a year. Edwin Watts Golf Shops offers an exclusive 90-day satisfaction guarantee. Edwin Watts Golf Shops, helping golfers' holiday dreams come true since 1968.
So you think you have unlimited data?
Recalculating. Recalculating.
Think again. If you have unlimited data on a network you can't trust, your data is limited, and so are you. Set your smartphone free with the new unlimited plans from Total Wireless. Get 4 lines with unlimited data on the nation's best 4G LTE network with 100 gigabytes at high speed, then 2G for just $25 a month per line.
You have arrived at your destination.
Get the new unlimited plans. Total Wireless, total confidence. Available at Walmart. See terms and conditions at totalwireless.com.
This year, don't just say Happy Holidays. Get a gift that says, I love every moment that led us here. With the incredible selection of Levion jewelry at Jared and more exclusive designs than any other store in the world, it's a perfect place to find a gift that says it all. Shop the Levion Fall in Love event from December 3rd to 12th for exclusive offers, including $100 off any Levion purchase, only at Jared.
Get a promo code or find a store near you at jared.com. Exclusions apply. See store or jared.com/Levion for complete details.
'Twas the holiday season, and in your garage, a brand new John Deere. That's not a mirage. With neighbors admiring your shiny new ride, it's your year for a Deere to fill you with pride. So if additional offers are what you desire, see our low rates before they expire. Now start up your engines and drive out of sight. New John Deere equipment for all, and to all a good night. Make it your year for a Deere. See your John Deere dealer today to discover more amazing deals and attractive financing offers.
Where are you going to be the day after Christmas? Be the Bowl. Start the day at the Louisiana Boardwalk for the parade and Battle of the Bands, and then join the pregame fun at Coca-Cola Fan Fest. Live music by Chawa, a traditional pig roast, and more with tailgating sponsored by Coors Light. Walk-On's Independence Bowl Coca-Cola Fan Fest, Thursday, December 26th at 10 a.m. WalkOnsIndependenceBowl.com. To be the Bowl makes us great.
11:30 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports, powered by Jack Spring Electric.
Your local uniform professional since 1973, Sports World, bringing you the early riser.
KWKH, Shreveport, Bossier City. 11:30 The Tiger, Shreveport and Bossier's #1 sports station.
Welcome back, everybody. 11:30 The Tiger. It is 7:18 on this Wednesday, December 11th, 12/11. Counting down, 12/11/2010. I like that. What were we doing a decade ago on December 11th?
It's 2009.
2009.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where did LSU, where'd they go bowling in 2009?
They had that Clemson Peach Bowl somewhere along the way. But I don't know what year, though. I can't remember if it was exactly then.
I was going to say that. This is the Capital One, the Soggy Bottom Boys, Capital One Bowl, Penn State.
Penn State game.
The horrible, horrible field.
Yep.
A game I will never forget because that was literally the worst playing conditions I've ever seen two teams play in. And I saw Avatar in IMAX on New Year's Eve, which no one ever watches that movie a second time.
No, you can't watch that at home. Like, it has to be on the whole,
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 years ago, I was probably getting ready to plan a trip to Orlando.
So the Clemson game that I'm thinking of was after the BCS rematch with Alabama.
Yes.
Okay.
Chick-fil-A.
Oh boy, Facebook was fun during that one. We're only going to that bowl.
Yeah.
We're playing Clemson. This is a joke. We're gonna kill Clemson. Like, guys. Don't know if you've noticed. They're kind of good. And Chick-fil-A Bowl is not too shabby of a trip if you're not in the big one.
No.
This is laughable. People unfriended me from Facebook because I dared to say like this is a good game and a good team, and wild times back in those days.
Yes, it was.
People were not quite over that Alabama game just yet.
Until the Alabama game this year, they were not over.
Right.
JR joins us on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline. A reminder, Bugs are in town this weekend, Friday and Saturday. They're every weekend, basically. We'll have a couple of the boys in studio tomorrow. Procopio's little brother on the squad.
Okay.
So he'll be in here. And, by the way, don't forget, bring your stuffed animal to the game on Saturday. It's the teddy bear toss night after the Bugs score their first goal. Toss those teddy bears over the glass onto the ice. They will be collected and distributed to children all around the area to help them have a better, brighter Christmas morning. Last year, over 2,000 teddy bears and stuffed animals were tossed onto the ice. They're looking for over 3,000. So bring your teddy bears to the game on Saturday. Hey, JR, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, good morning, Fletch. I was listening to Mike Pereira, whatever you say his name, the other night on one of the radio shows that was on this station. He was talking about that he advocated, I guess, what he was calling Skyref, which I didn't realize they had used in the AAF, where I guess it's basically kind of like college in a way, where this is a ref that's in the box. Anything that he sees that, is not correct, he just, not like offensive holding or something like that on the line, but anything that he sees, he can just buzz down there and say, we need to take another look at this, without anybody having to challenge anything, without, somebody in, some command center, making a buzz in. Have you heard of that, and what do you think about that?
Well, that's what I thought they should have done after the Saints-Rams game. I thought that's what the league should have done, is have somebody in the booth at every game. You don't think the NFL could find 16 retired white hats to sit in the booth and, oh boy, fellas, y'all missed this one. Buzz down there and let them know when they've missed an obvious call. It would take no time. I mean, it takes 10 seconds for that to be getting the buzz from upstairs. Yeah, what you got there, bud? Hey, you guys missed a pass interference on the far side there. There was a clear pass interference on number 27 right there at the 31-yard line. Should be a first down for the Saints right here. All right, thanks, boss. Appreciate it. Boom. That's it. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, and that's what he was referencing, back obviously to the Saints play from the championship game, but saying the NFL just went in a completely different direction, and all they did is mess it up even more.
Yes.
By what they've done with the interference rule changes and how it's being interpreted. And then, the play, I guess it was the Patriots game where the guy was called out at the 3, but he was in.
Right.
That's something that easily could have been buzzed down and said, hey, no, you guys, I know you all talked about it, but you still got it wrong. The guy was not out. I just don't see why that's so difficult. Why do you think that they can't and won't, at least up to this point, do that? I mean, it seems pretty simple.
It does, and I don't know why, JR, to be honest with you. I really don't. I don't understand. Adam, why won't the NFL do this? Is it because they don't want to be 100% correct? Do they not want what's best for the fans and the players and coaches? What is it?
I don't think they see a problem. I think they see more publicity. Honestly.
So you think talking about the bad calls just is more publicity for the game and the NFL
Sure.
overall.
NFL is all about trying to make the focus about them, making big announcements like the day after another sport plays its championship, that kind of stuff. They've always done that kind of thing, especially since Goodell. It seems like it's ramped up even more. It's all about the focus on them, the talk about them. I think that's. I mean, it shouldn't be that way, unfortunately. When you're talking about the game and the actual games being ruined.
Yeah,
but
that's not the kind of chatter you want.
But the thing is, though, the ratings aren't going. The ratings are back.
Yes,
they're back up, right?
Right.
Oh, it's making it to where I can't hardly watch games anymore. As people keep saying, but that's not what's happening.
For every one person that says that, two more are tuning in. And no matter.
Well, it's interesting too. If I'm following you there, Adam, that if we fix everything, there's nothing for anybody to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, just the results of the game itself. Yeah, that would be it. It's carried the conversation for 2 years. Almost.
JJ and Ben would probably tell you that. Remember back in the days when the Hot Stove League was a big deal?
Yeah.
And it does. I remember the days when the Hot Stove League, baseball's winter meetings, people being traded left and right, players moving from one team to another. That's been 20 years ago. You know why? Because the NFL is absolutely dominant in December. Nothing. The NBA has attempted by making the Christmas games, a very big deal, but they're very fortunate that Christmas falls on a Wednesday this year.
Right.
Because the NFL dominates the NBA while it's there. Nothing comes close to it.
No.
And baseball has a 9-year deal for Garrett Cole for $324 million. And outside of New York.
You just brought it up.
It's
an hour and a half
be brought
into
up.
the show.
Yeah.
Here's another theory. There was a counter argument presented to that Sky Rep deal or whatever, and basically the technology that they're utilizing to hold now, that it's making the calls worse because the refs now don't have to, use judgment and experience to make a call because they've got a crutch in replay. Was the argument that was presented? What do you think about that,
Uncle Adam?
I don't know.
I think that replay has allowed officials to be a little more risky,
except for pass interference, which they only overturn if it's a booth challenge and not when it's a coach's challenge, which I'm still trying to figure out.
The one thing that we have found, and it started with the Rams-Saints game this year, is that we are now seeing quarterbacks get sacked and hit while they're throwing it, and the ball goes toward the sideline in a clear, incomplete pass, and now officials are like, I ain't blowing that whistle yet until I get complete clarification that his arm was moving forward with the replay. Pick it up, run all the way down there if you want to. We are not blowing plays dead.
Right.
Even though there was one this past weekend that shouldn't have been done. But still, that's one thing that the refs, replay, is kind of allowing these guys to just let things happen on those type of plays. I don't understand. I don't know why the NFL doesn't want to get the best. You can say the same thing about Major League Baseball. Why don't they just go to the robot umpires for balls and strikes and have every ball and strike be the same for every pitcher,
right?
Depending on the size of the hitter, obviously coming up there.
Well, the human element, too.
Oh yeah, the human element. We see what humans done with a lot of other stuff around here. Outside of banking, I don't know if I want humans everywhere.
Right.
But yeah, it's it does, JR. I think they do like the fact that people are on sports talk radio shows and on Monday absolutely whining, and then there are the talking head shows, the Stephen A. Smiths, the Wilbon, and all those guys are all doing the refs are horrible, the NFL's a joke, they got to get this fixed. That's all that people talk about Mondays and Tuesdays, so that means they're not talking about baseball, NBA,
yep,
NASCAR. Does NASCAR even have a season this year?
Yes.
President's Cup starts today, right? Or tomorrow in golf? Who's talking about that? Outside of Patrick Reed cheating. Anyone talking about golf?
No.
Not
this time of year, no.
So.
Well, here's my thought on it, and then I'll let you guys go. It's back in the 60s and 70s, you didn't know if there was a missed call, referee, hardly ever. It was only as the television angles and exposure increased. I mean, now we can see down to the millisecond of every single play from every angle. That now these things stick out. Well, if the NFL is going to bring that or allow television to bring that to the viewer, then if it's going to open up Pandora's box of these missed calls and these things here and there, then I think that you have a responsibility to address it, because you're the ones that created and allowed all these different angles to come in. So now we do see everything that goes on, and we can see all the missed calls. And that's where I'm at on it. But, they probably won't do anything.
No, I cannot imagine them doing anything unless it becomes a bargaining table chip between the players and the owners, which I don't even know why the players, I don't know if they necessarily want it changed, Yeah.
They're going to do what they're told anyway.
That's right.
It'll probably take costing a Super Bowl would be the only thing I could think of that, just like the Saints call, except in the Super Bowl. Might be the only thing that would make them move the needle.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, guys.
JR joining us, 7:32, Tim Fletcher Show. Dr. Jeremy Norwood of Regional Urology. Get ready for your men's health questions. That's coming up next. Right here on 1130 The Tiger. Tim Fletcher Show, Rogers Hampton, Adam Hester. Did he say open Pantera's box or Pandora's? Because Pantera's box.
Pantera Bach.
The Southern Cowboy, the Great Southern Cowboys. Guys, I know Rogers is excited about this. Adam, you're going to join us this year as well. Christmas brunch in your PJs. This Sunday from 10:30 till 2 at Red River Brewing, or until all the food is gone. It's one of the more fun events of the season. Christmas-themed cocktails, photo with Santa, live music from the Fiddlin' Tim Trio. Yeah, throw on your comfy PJs and come hang out with the fine folks at Red River Brewing for brown sugar smoked ham, sliced brisket, andouille sausage, scrambled eggs, biscuits and gravy, a grits bar, spinach, mushroom, and feta quiche, roasted vegetable medley, glazed butternut squash, orchard salad, grilled cinnamon apple crumble. It's $10 for kids, $20 for adults. It's your Christmas brunch in your PJs at Red River Brewing this Sunday from 10:30 until 2. Now, I sleep au naturel, so I will be there in my PJs as well. So it is going to be a wonderful time. Allie may have to wrap a blanket around me, but I am going to be there. Allie will be there. I think Pierce is back home this weekend, so he'll be there. We will be out in the Fletcher full force. Red River Brewing, 10:30 to 2. It is absolutely so much fun, and it is break your PJs out. Now, Rogers, that little special nightie you wear, you might want to cover up a little bit. A little duct tape wouldn't hurt. We'll be back with Dr. Jeremy Norwood of Regional Urology right after this. Brewer Quality Homes is knocking it out of the park. Franklin Modular Homes. This really is kind of the future of home buying, home building, home purchasing, all in one spot. Brewer Quality Homes, 3830 East Texas, the home of Franklin Modular Homes. It's kind of fun, Rogers and Adam, to see a business take on the big box stores and still thrive like Sports World.
Still holding their own.
Still holding their own. And Rogers, you had a kiddo that played soccer.
Yes.
All growing up.
Yes. And we needed equipment. We needed shin guards. We needed soccer balls. We needed headbands. We needed water bottles. I needed an ice chest. And that was just when she was a kid. It's been there since 1973 when I was 9 years old. So guess what I needed back then? I needed a bat. I needed a ball. I needed a glove. I needed some cleats. I needed
Sports
a
World,
headset.
8809 Juella. I had a feeling that when I decided to move our teeth over to Cormier Family Dentistry that we were in good hands. Doctors Adam and Jana Cormier certainly are top-notch dentists, but I didn't realize that they had all the equipment to make dentistry so robotic, so futuristic. I feel like I'm the Terminator of teeth now. But here's the deal. Their staff, so friendly, so kind, so warm, and so stinking funny. I enjoyed my dental visit. Who does that? Well, you do when you go to Cormier Family Dentistry. 868-4072, 868-4072. You know, my nickname in high school was the Old Wood Buckler. That's back then. Nowadays, the wood buckling at our house, that's not a good sign. We need some insulation under there, and we know who to call. Brian Rapolo. Rapolo's Insulation. Pier and beam house, hardwood floors, that insulation underneath is going to save those floors. 865-5113, Rapolo's Insulation. The CL on the DL, Cantina Laredo, and the shops at Belle Meade on Uri Drive has become the oasis in a Shreveport summer. Holy moly. Just sitting on the patio and letting life kind of drift through at Cantina Laredo. The food is outrageously good. The drinks are incredible. It's Cantina Laredo. That's all they deal in. ShapenToyota.com. It's open 24/7. Ken Shapen Toyota, Highway 59 in Marshall, Texas, just off I-20. They will bring the cars to you for a test drive. That's what I said. They will bring them from Marshall to Shreveport Bossier for you to check out. Shapen Toyota.
Attention CDL truck drivers. My name is Clint. I'm with Bayou Bell and Whitey's Environmental. We are looking for CDL truck drivers to add to our organization that's been going since 1981. They have great benefits. Get more information on our website. Drivers. We need you. Come on.
Where are you going to be the day after Christmas? Be the Bowl. Pre-game live entertainment by Chawa, Grammy-nominated Mardi Gras Indian funk band out of New Orleans. Walk-On's Independence Bowl Coca-Cola Fan Fest, Thursday, December 26th. Be the Bowl.
You don't know about me. You can only tell people what you see. You can tell them by the way I look, but you don't know the type of that.
Walk-On's IndependenceBowl.com.
Where Shreveport and Bossier come for LSU sports. 11:30, The Tiger.
Welcome back, everybody. 11:30, The Tiger. It is 7:37 on this Wednesday, Hump Day, downhill slide of the weekend. And speaking of Hump Day, Regional Urology is here with us. Dr. Jeremy Norwood joining us on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline. Good morning, Doctor. How you doing?
Good morning, guys. How y'all doing?
We're doing all right.
Doing
How was your Thanksgiving there, Jeremy?
Fantastic, man. Ate too much. It was great.
That's a good
How was yours?
It was good, man. I dieted. I had like one green bean the entire time. That's it.
Yeah, did a bunch of sit-ups.
Did a bunch of crunches. Yeah. Did some yoga, some hot goat yoga. Or wait, no, I had hot goat as a dip. That's what it was. It was delicious. Fantastic. Jeremy, of course, with Regional Urology, we like to delve into men's health here as the holiday season approaches. Is there a hot and cold season for Regional Urology? In other words, you know, if football seasons are prime time in sports radio, what about in Regional Urology? Do you guys see an uptick in patients at any certain time of the year?
The only time we really see an increase in anything that we see is, during the hotter months, during the summer, towards the end of the summer. You know, a lot of people are making kidney stones because they're out in the heat, they're sweating a lot, they're dehydrated, they're not drinking enough, and so that urine gets concentrated and they make more stones. And then we see a downtick in business during the state fair. But other than
That's interesting. Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys need to put a tilt-a-whirl out in the parking lot.
That's right.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
But the rest of the year, everything else is about the same.
Dr. Norwood, of course, when it comes to men's health, that's what we're trying to focus on here. And if you guys have a question for Dr. Norwood, you can certainly text us. We will certainly keep your name out of the question because these are delicate situations that we are typically dealing with here. We typically like to ask you as well, Dr. Norwood, what's the latest situation that's come up as far as a treatment or what is a new way to diagnose a problem? Anything new down the pike here in just the last 30 days or so? Because I assume there's medicine's an ever-evolving kind of a situation.
Well, there's not necessarily anything new the last 30 days, but something we've been doing a lot with prostate cancer is MRI fusion biopsies, which are helping us find a lot more cancers. Not that you necessarily want to be diagnosed with cancer, but if you have it, you want to know about it.
Absolutely.
And you want to know about it as early as possible because it's a lot easier to deal with early than late. So we've got better ways of doing biopsies now. We put you to sleep for every biopsy, which is something that wasn't traditionally done in the past. So it's a lot easier. And we can use these MRI images to guide our needle and give us a more accurate biopsy. So it's really neat.
That is interesting. How long does that process take, Jeremy?
Oh, it's a 25-minute procedure. A traditional biopsy takes, 5 or 10 minutes. This takes a little bit longer because we have to merge the MRI image with the ultrasound image because we can't do the procedure in the MRI machine because it's magnetic and you can't have metal in there. So it just doesn't work that way. But so we fuse our computer fuses the image with the ultrasound image, and that takes a little time to do that. And so about 20-25 minutes. But it's we're picking up things that guys that have had guys out there that have been told they had a high PSA and they've had multiple biopsies in the past. If you haven't had an MRI fusion biopsy, you need to talk to your doctor about that because a lot of these guys do have cancer. It just hasn't been found yet.
So if you've been at risk but have avoided it so far, now's the time maybe to kind of have it checked again.
Right. I mean, if you hadn't been checked in the last year or two, and you have a history of your PSA being elevated, you need to have it looked at least have a conversation.
Bayou Beltway's Trash text line there, Adam. Got any questions here from the Peanut Gallery?
Yeah, there's a couple. Let's see. Do you see more low T patients during holiday season?
No, I hadn't noticed that. No. No, I mean they're pretty much year round. I mean, I would expect to see more kind of, maybe New Year's resolutions. People are trying to get back in the gym, and they're looking at their bellies after eating, Christmas dinner. But I haven't really noticed.
Adam,
what pain in the groin should not be ignored?
Ooh.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't. I would have any pain checked out if you don't know where it's coming from. I would have an experienced doctor look at it. Your primary doctor, or come see us and let us at least examine you, and then may or may not need an ultrasound or something like that. But I wouldn't ignore anything that you don't have an explanation for. If you skint your knee. But if you don't know why it's hurting, come on in.
Is there, speaking of in that area, because I was convinced I had something going on with my thyroid or lymph nodes, and my wife explained to me those aren't my thyroid or lymph nodes where I was pointing at on my throat. But I was, what nodes and lymph nodes are in the groinal area? Is that something that fellas, what are we talking about here? What are the?
Yeah. So anything. Sure. Yeah. So anything that affects. The only ones you're going to feel in the groin are the superficial inguinal nodes, which are, what you'd call the groin, kind of, where you'd get a hernia there in your side. So anything that affects the penis or the scrotum, cancer, but also infections, if you have an infection or inflammation like that. I mean, if you got a spider bite on your scrotum and it flared up, you could get a little node there. So anything that causes inflammation in that area can cause one or a few of those nodes to swell.
Is that a common occurrence there, Jeremy? The old spider bite on the scrotum?
I've seen it. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it's not common.
Okay. Holy moly! Makes me want to go outside and kind of air out the underwear drawer there, Rogers. You know what I mean? That just sounds like a. Whew. I've had the old reaching into a bush for. And pulling out some weeds and then using the restroom and not realizing the weeds I was pulling out was poison ivy. That's enough for me.
Yeah.
That's enough for me right there, buddy. I don't need those spider bites. I don't want no spider bites.
Hey, yeah, spider bites. People get ticks and chiggers and stuff down there.
That's fun.
This is why you're talking Adam and Rogers of ever going into the woods ever again in the rest of our lives.
That wasn't going to happen.
I'm not going somewhere where there's a dark corner somewhere there's a spider hanging out. I ain't going over there. Bayou Bellways Trash text line, Adam.
How much does diet/exercise have to do with prostate cancer?
Well, that's a good one.
Yeah, not much that we can tell. I mean, a lot of these prostate cancers, if they're caught early enough, and even some of them, if they're not caught at all, are not going to end your life. So, we know this by doing autopsy studies, doing studies on people that have already passed away, and finding a lot of prostate cancer in people that didn't even know they had it. So, the biggest killer in the country is heart disease. So diet and exercise is going to keep you from dying from heart disease, and then we can deal with prostate cancer. But as far as a direct relation between, lifting weights and not getting prostate cancer, I don't know of one.
Okay, so that's so if you want to not be fat, and worry about heart attack, then you kind of
don't be fat. Don't have a heart attack first. Yeah, and then
that makes sense. Okay, all right. Got any more there, Adam? Bayou Bellways Trash text line.
Question is, what is the youngest, or how old do I need to be to have a PSA and/or prostate exam?
Yeah, this has become complicated lately because there's all kinds of different stuff out there. So the government decided, I think it was 2011, they came out with this task force recommendation. They've since upgraded it and kind of changed their mind a little bit and walked it back, but they said that we don't need to check PSAs on anybody, and then the experts in the field said, well, wait a minute, we can be more selective about who we check PSAs on. But the point was that PSA is not very accurate. It's not a very accurate test, but it's what we have for screening, right? We can't do a biopsy on everybody. We can't do an MRI on everybody. It's just not feasible. So it's what we have, the PSA and the digital rectal exam. So it's just a conversation that I have with each patient. If you have a family history, if it runs in your family, I would suggest starting at 40. If everything's fine, your PSA is real low, and the exam's fine and all that, we might wait a few years and do it again, or you could do it yearly if you wanted to. It's really up to the patient. It's just a blood test and an exam, and some opt just to do the blood test and not do the exam, and that's fine. That's better than nothing. But 40 with a family history, 50 to 55 without a family history. African Americans should start earlier because they should start at 40 or 45 because they're at higher risk. But that's about it. It's just something that I talk to about every patient, and a lot of my patients that are on testosterone replacement, I'm recommending we check it because you don't want to do testosterone replacement in the setting of prostate cancer because it may kind of speed it up, may kind of fuel the fire. There are a lot of that prostate cancer feeds on testosterone. So,
Dr. Jeremy Norwood joining us here. You mentioned that. I've heard it from Jared Moss. I've heard it from Jimmy Moss as well as you about how African American men are more prone to prostate cancer than Caucasian men. Why is that? Is there, what's the scientific backing for that?
Well, it's because prostate cancer runs in families. Some of these cancers, like kidney cancer, for example, is generally sporadic. It just happens. It pops up in random people and doesn't have anything to do with their family history for the most part. There's some rare exceptions to that. But prostate cancer generally runs in families. And so, along those family lines, they're just at higher risk. And, Asian Americans are at lower risk. And so, we don't know exactly why that is, but we know that those family lines have a higher risk.
Huh. And it's noticeable enough to where it is a definite marker as far as, you guys, African-American men, need to be checked earlier than Asian and Caucasians.
That's right.
Well, that's just so weird to me how
RNA, DNA, all that good stuff, how it all works out there. Bayou Bellway's Trash Text Line, Dr. Jeremy Norwood joining us. Of course, Regional Urology, 6830411. I love the last four numbers because really it's the number. If you've got some problems and you need the information, there's nobody better than going out to Regional Urology, 6830411. Make that appointment. Fellas, most people in your life want you to hang around for as long as you possibly can and to be the best you can be. And Regional Urology is certainly adept at making you the best you can be in so many different ways and keeping you healthy as well. 6830411. What you got there, Hester?
All right. A person would like to know what is the latest on low T gels.
There hasn't really been anything that's come out lately. More and more I'm using compounded gels. Which means you go to a compounding pharmacy. If people want to use topical, it ends up being less material that you have to put on. There are a lot of commercially available gels out there, and the latest thing is a lot of them have gone generic, which makes them more affordable, which is good. There have been new injections that have come out. For instance, there's an IV injection that we do in the office every 10 weeks, and then there's pellets that we do about every 3 to 4 months that have been around for a little while. And so a lot of times there are other options if you don't want to, have an injection every week or two, other than topicals. Topicals work for some people. Some people don't absorb them well. You have to worry about getting them on your spouse or children because they can absorb that testosterone too. So, the topical gels are good for some people, but they have their issues.
Let's see a couple more. They kind of keep coming in here. Just got over my first experience with a painful case of, is it prostasis?
Prostatitis.
There you go. It had me in hospital a couple of days. Took me a month and a half to fully recover. Anything I can do to prevent future cases?
Not necessarily. I mean, this is just something that happens. It's kind of like saying, I had an infection in my throat. I had strep throat. What am I going to do to prevent that? There's not necessarily anything. You just caught an infection. Now, I would have somebody look at you and to kind of determine how big your prostate is, how well you're voiding. We can do tests to make sure that you're voiding under normal pressure and you're not having this high pressure voiding where your bladder's having to push real hard to get through the prostate. That can lead to some inflammation. It might push some bugs in your prostate. So let's make sure you're voiding normally, but short of that, there's nothing you can do. Drink a lot of water and urinate a lot.
Here's another one. What's the largest kidney stone you can pass without having lithotripsy?
Yeah. So it's kind of a continuum. I mean, the bigger the stone, the harder it is to pass. And, we have a basic formula that we use. So it's 10 minus the size of the stone, times 10. That gives you a percentage. So, for instance, if a stone's 5 millimeters, that'd be 10 minus 5 is 5 times 10 is 50% chance you're going to pass it. A 3 millimeter stone would be a 3 millimeter stone would be 70% chance, and a 7 millimeter stone would be 30% chance. So that means a 10 millimeter stone is about a 0% chance. So I usually tell people 10 millimeter or 1 centimeter across, that's about it. I've seen people pass stones that big. I've seen it happen, but it's pretty rare, and I haven't seen much bigger than that.
Well, once again, fellas, remember, this is not a contest. This is not a hold my beer, watch me pass this. You're not trying to win a prize here. I am a fellow who has passed
spontaneous passage. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say spontaneous passage is great. You avoid surgery, you possibly avoid stents and things like that. But you also go through a lot of pain, and you also if there's infection involved or your kidneys aren't they're kind of shutting down a little bit, things like that can be dangerous. So you want to make sure you get checked out at least.
And also, it hurts like the dickens.
It does.
Yeah, in that situation as well. 318-GUY-PILE, 489-7453, 489-7453. Got any more there, Hester, for Dr. Norwood before he has to go out there and heal the ailing today?
Let's see. If This person thinks they have low T, so do they just call and schedule an appointment for a T level test? They say.
Yeah. So, if you think you have low T, you just come in and we talk to you about the reasons why you think you might have low T. Is it low energy? Is it low libido or erectile dysfunction? We kind of get to the root of what the problem is, and then we can do a blood test. There may be a few blood tests that we can do right there in our office to determine whether you're low or not. And many times we need to check it on more than one day. So, a lot of times we like to check it on 2 separate days because one day can be a fluke thing. So, testosterone varies a lot kind of day to day throughout the day. So you may have one bad day or one good day. So we check it a couple of times, and morning is best to check it in the morning. That's when it's going to be the highest. So yeah, just call us and come on in, and we'll get to the bottom of it.
Last thing here, and this is from a personal standpoint, Jeremy, as a guy who does not have health insurance because of the fact that it's extremely expensive and all that good stuff. So we pay as we go here. Low T out of pocket costs. If someone came in and they don't have health insurance and they are concerned about low T, what are the options there? I mean, is it cost prohibitive typically or not?
No, there are options. Like I said, if you want to do topical, compounded topical, you could do that. That's not real expensive. Probably the cheapest would be injections at home. They've been around the longest. Depending on your dose, to ballpark it, probably $80 or $100 a month, something like that. Would probably be the cheapest way to go. Any of these, a lot of these commercially available things, like commercially available gels and stuff, would be probably several $100s a month. It'd get kind of high.
Dr. Jeremy Norwood, Regional Urology, has teed it up and striped it down the middle of the fairway yet again. On Hump Day, Regional Urology, 683-0411, 683-0411. How about that Joe Burrow, huh?
Yeah, how about, man? I mean, it's funny because all the analysts before the game are saying, "Oh yeah, this could be 18-17, 21-20," and I'm thinking, other than maybe that Auburn game, he puts up 45-50 on everybody, and I really thought it'd be more like 50-35 or something like that. But the defense showed up too. I mean, it was a good game.
It's been a good time. I know that much. People are enjoying it. Hopefully people are healthier when things are going well like this. People just seem to be more happy. Happiness, pleasantries, all that good stuff. But we know this, you can't eat your way out of prostate cancer. So, get yourself checked out, fellas. And another thing we learned, if you've got a pain in the groin, you can't explain it, like you got hit there, then go get it checked out. It's just, life's too short not to get these things checked out. 683-0411, Regional Urology, Dr. Jeremy Norwood. Thank you again, buddy. We appreciate it, man. Hope you and everybody out there at RU has a wonderful Christmas.
Yeah, y'all too. Thanks for having me on, guys.
You betcha. It is, 8 o'clock?
Close enough.
Close enough. Kevin McGee is available. He's off today.
Oh.
But he's also in a spotty area, so it sounds like he may be in some Deerwood, so we're going to try to call him. First choice personnel coaches conversation. So we'll get back to that. Any other Bayou Bellways? Are there some health questions that maybe I could answer for people? Since Jeremy's, we don't have him here, they want to ask questions, see if I can help them out.
318 wants to know if there's a preventative diet for kidney stones.
I don't know that answer. Call Regional Urology, 683-0411.
You just drink more water and less tea and soda. I think
that would help.
Yeah.
That's a good start.
Johnny C. Let's see. Oh, he gets your joke. Hurts like the Dickens.
Huh?
Hurts like the Dickens.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a phrase. It's been said forever. It's like bow your neck.
Right. He also says, if LSU plays for the national championship, get me a couple of press passes. I will be your live sideline reporter, the only radio show in Shreveport that will have one. Pretty good deal for you.
Not a whole lot of live reporting you can do in radio nowadays.
Yeah.
From games like that, they'll come up and basically give you the old Nancy Kerrigan treatment. You'll get galoolied pretty quickly. Are you broadcasting something live? I was texting my wife. Oh, well, you're going to need a new phone.
Here's one for you, Tim.
Yes.
How long should you use a testosterone cream? Should you take breaks from using it?
Boy. I'm going to pass that one on to regional urology as well. 683-0411. I did use the cream before, but the thing about it is that if it got on Allie's hands, if it in it, like that's bad news. You and your children, they don't need any of that. Your spouse and kids don't need that cream on them. So that was I think, and my numbers weren't going up very steadily, if I remember right, with Jimmy. And he said, that and the danger to Allie and the kids. Not danger, but you have to be a little bit more careful until it dries up, And so that's why we went to the injections. Yeah. Allie, the first couple of times that she did it, because I wouldn't do it myself. I couldn't trust myself. She was pretty nervous. And I've seen her throw things, like darts. It's not very good. But she did better. She got really good with the giving me shots. I always try to make sure she was really in a good mood when she was time for her to give me a shot.
Oh, that sounds fun. BC accidentally ordered a New England Patriot men's T-shirt, tried to give it to T-shirt winner guy, but he denied having any friends that like them. I will bring to the station if you can find anyone that wants it. We can throw it in the Toys for Tots.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go. Operation Santa Claus.
Sure. That one.
Exactly.
Needy Williams doesn't text fast enough, and that's my fault. War Eagle Fletch, since you predicted that Chad Morris would win a national championship next year at Arkansas, does your prediction carry over to Auburn next year now that he's the OC?
If Auburn wins the national championship, of course it does. I said Chad Morris would win a national championship, or an SEC championship, I believe is what I said. So I have not been proven wrong yet.
Who was Auburn's offensive coordinator last year?
Wasn't it Rhett Lashley?
No, he's at SMU.
Oh, who was it? Was it Gus, the bus? Was it Gus
But
bus?
did they just not hire one? Because I was like, they were. I was like, they just came off decent season. Why are they doing?
So Rhett Lashley left Auburn for SMU. I wonder if John Rice Plumlee might be interested in something like that.
He's a baseball player.
So our Ole Miss lost a quarterback commit the other day, yesterday.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe War Eagle can help us with that. Did Malzahn just call plays? Oh no, the guy left for Florida State.
Oh.
Kenny Dillingham.
He's got a street named after him here in Shreveport.
Left for the same position at Florida State. So that was where they had an opening.
Good Dillingham. Texts are coming in too fast. We got to get things going here. What's going on? Look at all these texts. What's the deal?
Tim, do you give yourself an injection?
Hey now. Is he telling me to go do something to myself? What's that all about? I could not do it. I didn't have the stomach to do it. I've got a buddy of mine that does his own injections. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that either.
I don't mind getting shots at all. I mean, it does not bother me in the least.
Nervous I wouldn't do it right. Yeah.
I've gotten shots in my forehead.
Ooh.
I've gotten shots in my cheeks. It just does not bother me. I'm like, oh, here it comes. Well, okay, doesn't hurt as bad as a wasp sting. That's what I always kind of compare things to. Is this going to hurt worse than a wasp sting? Nope. All right, give me a shot. And then it hurts worse than a wasp sting. I'm like, you lying son of... But then I fall asleep because they gave me the shot of... I wake up. Why am I angry? Why don't I want to hit this doctor for being a wasp? What happened here? Ant-Man.
Dr. Donut's got a question. Let's see. Doesn't it drive you crazy that the LSU assistant coaches are all over the news being linked to different jobs. Why can't they wait until after the championship game to start looking for new jobs? Because there won't be any left.
Right. They're not necessarily, I mean, they may be looking, but the other people are looking for people to fill.
Can't stop people from trying to make head coaching hires, and who are they going to? They're going to go get the best ones available.
Right.
That's
you kind of want your guys to be in the mix.
Right. And I get that you don't want them necessarily distracted, but look, Bo Pelini was A-OK for LSU during that championship game in 2007.
Yep.
So it's not always bad. People, I think, just always go the negative route with that. I get it, but it's just not feasible.
Nope.
Yeah, and War Eagle says, Dillingham left for Florida State, but Gus called the plays. So maybe a situation where
maybe they won't have so many weirdo plays this year.
Well, it's kind of like Herman said, I want an offensive coordinator to run the offense, put their stamp on it. I want to be more of the CEO. Maybe it's kind of the same thing. Although, I don't know, Malzahn looks like he likes having his hands in things.
Yeah.
So, we'll see how that works. Rusty Shackelford just tuned in. I'm sure y'all have covered the Aranda leaving, not leaving. I think it would be wise for O to have a backup plan ASAP. Guys,
sure
they all do.
They do.
Like, don't ever think they don't. Mac Brown was notorious with his 5 people at every position list that he always kept. He always had a list in his desk. Every position coach, every coordinator possibility, I got 5 names for each one of them. And if we lose one, we go to the list. He is not alone in that.
Mac also had a list of 5 quarterbacks to switch over to safety as far as prospects. I'm going to put this guy at safety. He's going to be awesome.
Yeah, he's a college football Hall of Famer. How's the coach that had the volleyball coach on the motorcycle? What happened again?
Threw for 4,000 yards, but I think he'd be a fine safety here at Texas.
Yet when other coaches do it, it doesn't seem to make the news. It's weird. It's weird because they've all done it. Like Bob Stoops, who wanted Vince Young to play wide receiver. But that's not news, though, you see. Interesting.
Are you through?
No, I was just talking about 2 college football Hall of Famers, Mac Brown and Vince Young. Sorry. 318. I give myself an injection, saves money and pain, especially when you don't want your wife giving it to you.
Yeah. I get it. And those guys that can, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Kevin is in a good spot now. So
all right.
We'll give him a call. And I've got a request from someone close to me and my family. Let's have a dumb joke-free zone on the show. A dumb joke-free zone on the show. Well, that would eliminate the entire show. Rogers and Adam, all they do is tell dumb jokes. So I try to bring a little levity and brevity to the situation.
So let's peel this back. Your wife has told you to stop it, is what you're telling me. And everyone else that's listening. Your wife is over your nonsense, is what you're telling me.
I think that, she gets to hear the dumb jokes all the day.
Right.
And I know what y'all are all thinking. That is a lucky lady right there. Luck be a lady, luck be a alley. It's Calzone Wednesday! Calzone Wednesday! That'll get your men's health in the right direction. $5.99 calzones all day long at Rotolo's Craft and Crust. And those calzones, imagine the greatest pizza you could possibly imagine. They'll fold it over. And they'll eat it. That's what you got, buddy. Eat that calzone. $5.99 calzones all day long. Rotolo's Craft and Crust. Holy moly. I love Calzone Wednesday. I love the muffaletta calzone. Oh, buddy, it's good stuff. I am telling you right now. Woo! That is good eating, my man. And also, don't forget that on Calzone Wednesday, okay, they have some fun up there. It's bingo night, baby. Bingo night. The bingo at your baby. And $5.99 calzones. Come on, get you some. Rotolo's Craft and Crust East 70th. 10 minutes after the hour of 8 o'clock. We'll talk to Kevin McGee when we come back. on 1130 The Tiger. Let Swoop Stores brighten your day. 109 East Burt Coons in Shreveport, 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City. Sports World can certainly take care of your Christmas shopping needs, but also just a reminder as you head toward that semester break as well. More than likely, that kiddo of yours has outgrown that school uniform, so they've got your athletic uniforms, and they have got every school uniform you could ever need. Your local uniform professionals since 1973, your Christmas shopping headquarters for those athletes in your family. Sports World, 8809 Jewella, your local uniform professionals since 1973. Dynamite shrimp! That's what they've got at Rotolo's Crafting Crust, fried and tossed in that house-made dynamite sauce. They've got it. You want it. It's Dynamite Shrimp at Rotolo's Crafting Crust. They've also got a brand new BBQ Big Boy Burger that will battle the best of them. And how about a fried buffalo chicken sandwich, a Bill sandwich? They even have shrimp tacos and seared tuna tacos now at Rotolo's Crafting Crust, East 70th in Shreveport. Think of the money you're going to save once you make this call. 865-5113. Rotolo's Insulation. You've already paid one, maybe two utility bills where that heating cost is kind of getting you. Save your money. Call Brian Rapolo, 865-5113, Rapolo's Insulation. Want to remind you guys, every single Friday on the Tim Fletcher Show, we feature Forkum Friday guests from the Northwestern State University Demon Football Squad. Oh, Brad Laird and the Demons are fired up for another fall of football in Demon Land. Forkum Fridays on the Tim Fletcher Show.
Don't put your life on the line when you dig. Do what the pros do. Respect the marks. Dig with care. And before you dig, call 811. Louisiana One Call.
We love breakfast at Swoop. Burt Coons, just off I-49, across from Home Depot. Brighten your day at Swoop. Don't forget, though, lunch and dinner, those po' boys. They've got the Buster wrap and the chicken Caesar wrap, the grilled chicken wrap, the garden wrap. Did I mention the po' boys? That smoked barbecue down-home sausage po' boy and that roast beef po' boy are to die for. And trust me on this, you'll love the surf and turf po' boy. The bread is incredible. You will love po' boys from Swoop, just off I-49 at Burt Coons, across from Home Depot. Getting chilly outside, warm up with a nice toasty cup of Mudbugs hockey. Oh, isn't that tasty? Mudbugs hockey warms the cockles of your heart this holiday season. They've got home games every weekend in December. Check it out, Mudbugs Hockey. Get in touch with them, 636-7094, or hit the website, mudbugshockey.com. Let Swoop Stores brighten your day. 109 East Burt Coons in Shreveport, 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City.
KWKH, Shreveport, Bossier City. 1130 The Tiger, Shreveport and Bossier's #1 sports station.
Welcome back, everybody. 1130 The Tiger, Tim Fletcher Show, brought to you by Shapen Toyota. Ken Shapen Toyota over there in Marshall, Texas. You know, it's a beautiful day to test drive a beautiful brand new Tacoma, a brand new Tundra, a brand new Corolla, Camry, you name it. But man, who's got the time, right? You got to get all this work done before the Christmas holiday. Oh man, there goes the idea of getting a beautiful brand new Toyota. Oh, wait a minute. No, don't give up. Because Shapen Toyota will bring those Toyotas over to you to test drive. You don't have to make the drive anywhere. You just get to drive around a beautiful brand new Toyota and see if this is the one. Get in touch. Shapen Toyota, Marshall, Texas. Ken Shapen Toyota. Like eggs, cars and trucks are cheaper in the country. Highway 59 North in Marshall, Texas, just off I-20. You're going to love dealing with Ken Shapen Toyota. Good people, and they bend over backwards to get you in the Toyota that you want. Joining us now on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline, first choice personnel coaches conversation, good old Kevin McGee, head coach of the Logansport Tigers. Hey, Kev, how you doing, sir?
I'm good, man. How are you all?
We're doing all right. So you guys are out of school today, or just
I just, you know how you go the whole season, you kind of don't take care of yourself, and you need to go have those checkups and doctor's appointments and all those things. So
Yep.
Season's over. It's time to do that stuff.
I get it. Makes sense to me. Kevin,
Basically, it sure seems like that you ran into an Oak Grove team that is playing as good a football, comparatively speaking and classifications-wise, as anybody out there. Just give us a recap of Friday night's game, if you could.
Obviously, like we talked about last week, just a really, really big physical team. And you're right, they're playing really, really well. And I really think it was kind of a perfect storm for them, the way the score ended up, because I looked at the box score and the stats and the numbers are really, really close. I mean, it was same number of first downs, same number of punts, the same average punts. They had, I think, 40-something yards more of offense than us. The difference was turnovers. We had 4. We gave away 4 and only took 1. And they turned those into points. They had a scoop and score. They had a punt return for a touchdown. And we just couldn't get things going offensively. I knew they were really good up front. They're 2 defensive ends. One's going to Kansas, one's going to Louisiana Tech, and the nose guard's going somewhere. So in order for us to be effective, we were going to have to throw the football and throw it down the field vertically, and we weren't just good enough at that. I think we were 9 for 30 on the night, which, you know, in those games, you've got to be 70% to be effective. So, you know, the game was really better than what the score showed in the outcome. Early, it was really competitive. I mean, we traded punts 3 or 4 times. We got inside in the red zone. Actually, we got inside the 10 twice and just couldn't produce points. And when you can't score at that level at this point in the game, you know you're just not going to move on. So, you know, obviously to be where we were, very proud of the kids, very, very proud of the effort we gave, and I thought we had a really, really good run at the end. You know, again, it's one of those deals, if the bracket had fallen right, maybe we meet them this week, but it didn't, and that's how it fell. So it was it was one of those deals where when you get back on the bus, you say, all right, guys, if you want to win it, that's what we got to look like. So you use it as a teaching tool as well as, you know, congratulatory to the seniors. They had a good year. They had a great career. They won a state championship. They played in 2 semifinals and a quarterfinal. So that was something to be proud of to make it to that point.
You know, Kevin, so it sounds like, you know, I was just keeping up with the scores that went through, and I was thinking, man, I wonder if this has been a case where the Super Bowl for your fellows were the week before and toppling West St. John. But it sounds like that you guys did show up to play, that it wasn't a hangover, so to speak, of beating the number 1 seed the week before.
No, and I've had several people ask that. So, you know, we think was the quarterfinal win over the number 1, was that the emotional high? Well, obviously it was. I mean, it was the elation after the game, but, you know, even going into the next week, I can usually tell over the past few years when we're still playing last week's game, but we weren't. We got past that, moved on, and focused, and I thought we had a really, really good plan together, both sides of the ball. We got wore down, and the stage got big for some guys who haven't been in that situation. So, like I said, it was one of those deals where they had a lot of things go really well for them, and we didn't. So that's why I think that's where the 41 came from. But it wasn't near that type of game. It wasn't a relaxed feeling. Because I talked with a guy even Saturday, Sunday, and, you know, when they were up, 30 in the third quarter, he said, Coach, I'm still nervous because I know how fast you guys can put up points. And they've seen us do those in the past, obviously, you know, come back here and there. So it was a way more competitive game than the score looks if you just look at the total.
Kevin, you mentioned how when you got back on the bus, you said that's what we got to get to. That's what we got to look like. Are we talking about size and strength up front? Is that what you feel like that your fellows need to try to improve upon to compete with a team like an Oak Grove if that happens again next time around?
I do feel like the weight room and the strength came into play. I felt like they were a little bit stronger than us, more physical up front, but also execution and the way they carried themselves. And, you know, the little things that they did and the effort and just a lot of things put together. And I remember telling my guys that after we got beat at Kentwood in 15. I mean, they hung 60 on us in the quarters. And after that, we had that same conversation. You want to win it, that's what you've got to look like. That's where we've got to be in order to be playing, you know, the second weekend in December and playing in the Superdome and winning a state championship. So we've seen that, and we've answered that bell. You know, hopefully we do that again coming into the offseason. I hope it motivates us.
Kevin, what do you have coming back next year? And conversely, you know, what are you losing from this year's team?
A lot of defensive guys, a lot of up front big guys, linebackers. Defensively, I think we have 7 or 8 that we'll lose off of, that walk that took the field first. Offensively, I think 5. But the good thing is, going through this year, we got to play a lot of young guys in some quality, some meaningful snaps, and they got a lot better over the course of 14 weeks or 14 games of scrimmage and a jamboree. I've got a young quarterback coming up who's really, really able-bodied. Actually, I've got 2, so that's going to be an area that I feel really good about. We've got a great running back coming back. We've got 3 of the 5 offensive linemen. We've got a couple of receivers coming back. And we've got some young kids that have been developing, and we've been working on that. We, fully expect them to fill the shoes of the guy in front of them. And I think that's kind of where we're at, in our program is next guy up. Now it's your time. It's your responsibility to fill those shoes and go play that role and be the guy.
Kevin, every year it seems like coaches, you try to pick the brains of somebody. You'll go to a camp here. You'll go meet with a college coaching staff there or something. Is there anybody in particular that you're kind of looking forward to picking their brain during the off season or summer before next season?
Well, I think defensively, I'm going to go down and talk with Mike Lucas at Northwestern, and simply because he's doing the same thing defensively that Oak Grove did to us the other night, the same thing that Northwestern runs. So those are defenses that gave us problems. I'm going to look at it from our defensive standpoint and as well as an offensive standpoint, what gives you problems. So those are, things that we've got to fix schematically as a staff and figure out, when we see this, these are the things that we need to do, and this is where we need to attack. As well as we may use this defensively because it's pretty close to what we do, but there's some tweaks and there's some teachings and some rules in there that I just haven't heard that I'm not sold on yet that I want to secure up and understand better.
That makes sense to me. You going to pay attention to the title game on, was it Saturday they're playing? No, they're playing at noon on Saturday, right?
It's at noon. Yeah. I'll be, keeping up with it over the internet, but I'm not going to New Orleans. I went last year. Obviously, we were out in the quarters. You kind of have a week, 10 days to decompress. It's just hard, coming back the next week. And, it's first Friday I've had off in almost 20 weeks, so I'm gonna take advantage of it.
I don't blame you one bit. Well, dude, what a turnaround for the Logansport Tigers to get where you were last Friday from where you were, in early October?
Absolutely.
That's pretty doggone impressive. Not only for, I know that you don't take a lot of credit, but deserve a lot of credit, as do your coaches. But again, those kids, dude, it's such a testament to the resiliency of kids and what they can achieve if someone believes in them, like you and your staff did. It could have been one of the worst seasons in Logansport history, and instead it turns into a Final Four season, which is, to me, that's proof positive that the kids are A-okay, man. And Logansport in particular, those kids buy into what the coaches tell them, and they believe in it, and they give it all they got. And, heck, you almost got a trip to the Dome out of the deal. That's really impressive, man. Happy for all of you.
Well, Fletch, I really appreciate it. I appreciate you having me on every week. I appreciate what you do for high school football, this area, because you fight and you promote and you do a lot for everyone. So, on behalf of us, we appreciate you and all of you guys and what you do for us.
That's very nice of you, Kevin, buddy. Don't forget, get your ham or your turkey at Honey Baked Ham before they're going to hold it for you till December 31st. So you got plenty of time whenever you get to Shreveport sometime, buddy. Honey Baked Ham wants to thank you and all the coaches that have been on with us for what you guys do in high school sports and also in your schools and in your community. So if you get a chance, run by Honey Baked Ham, buddy. They got one for you there. Have a good Christmas, Kevin. We've enjoyed it as well, buddy.
Awesome, man. Thanks, guys.
Kevin McGee. Me and Kevin McGee. Bayou Bellway's Trash text line, 318 Guy Pile. Once again, Kevin McGee, part of our First Choice Personnel Coaches Conversations. Speaking of dumb jokes, Needy says, he wants me to look it up on YouTube, a Key and Peele situation. Yeah. got this question. If I start testosterone treatment, can I stop in my 50s or 60s and not have side effects? I'm in my 40s. Will my own testosterone kick in later? I think either Jared or Jeremy have answered that question before. And sometimes it can. I call regional urology. You can ask me any question you want to about the human body. And I'll either have an answer for you or I will tell you to call regional urology. 683-0411. War Eagle. Something about a Jalen Hurts. Now, if your Jalen's hurting, I don't know what I can do for you. Oh, wait, no. Oh, if Jalen Hurts somehow leads OU to a national title, would the Bammers claim another fake championship? Probably. Just like how Ohio State's going to claim Joe Burrow. Rusty on the Bayou Bellways Trash Text line. College football is a copycat league, so if you're a successful program, then your assistant coaches will always be in the loop for other jobs. That's why you have to give Alabama their props. Agreed. Draco says, Max, good coach, damn near beat Clemson. Also heard a national show called Kirby Smart, Less Miles. 318 Arkansas would be lucky to have Mac Brown. Mac's a very nice guy. I just like picking on Adam. I don't know if you guys have picked up on that, but I enjoy needling Adam Hester. Yeah, I do.
No.
I do. I get a kick out of it.
You know what that makes me want to do?
What's that?
Everybody, let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Woohoo! Woohoo!
Is it over? Is it over? Is it over?
Can I put my headsets back on?
People turn back into the radio station now?
Good God, look, even on the text. Nobody wants to hear that.
Let's go. 8:27 the time. Tim Fletcher Show, 11:30 the Tiger. Rogers, Hampton, and I. We got you covered here on Calzone Wednesday. Oh, boy. That would be really good right now. And I like dipping it in the dip it in the. Go on, take it. The marinara sauce. Oh. When it comes out of the oven, and it is that golden brown, it's like, is that real? Because that looks too good to be real. Because it's shiny. It's got a little sheen to it, you know. And then you take the bite. It's just so flaky and warm. And then the meat and the cheese. Oh, God, Jesus. Oh, getting dusty in here. I'm a veg, Danny. 8:28 the time. We'll be back right after this. Let's Swoop Stores. Brighten your day. 109 East Burt Coons in Shreveport. 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City.
Where are you going to be the day after Christmas? Be the Bowl. Pre-game live entertainment by Chawak, Grammy-nominated Mardi Gras Indian funk band out of New Orleans. Walk-On's Independence Bowl Coca-Cola Fan Fest, Thursday, December 26th. Be the Bowl.
You don't know about me. You can only tell people what you see. You can judge about the way I look, but you don't know the type of
Walk-On's IndependenceBowl.com.
Whether you're a casual golfer or an avid golfer, let Edwin Watts Golf Shops help you fill your wish list with the season's best deals in golf, featuring special holiday offers from Bushnell. Save $70 on the Bushnell Hybrid, now only $329.99, and save $30 on the Bushnell Phantom GPS, now only $99.99. And while you're there, register to win free golf balls for a year. Edwin Watts Golf Shops offers an exclusive 90-day satisfaction guarantee. Edwin Watts Golf Shops, helping golfers' holiday dreams come true since 1968. 888.
The Cheesecake Factory. Through December 31st, every $25 gift card purchased at thecheesecakefactory.com or at any Cheesecake Factory restaurant, you'll receive a free slice of cheesecake redeemable in the new year. Visit thecheesecakefactory.com for more details.
This year, don't just say Happy Holidays. Get a gift that says, I love every moment that led us here. With the incredible selection of Levion jewelry at Jared and more exclusive designs than any other store in the world, it's a perfect place to find a gift that says it all. Shop the Levion Fall in Love event from December 3rd to 12th for exclusive offers, including $100 off any Levion purchase, only at Jared.
Get a promo code or find a store near you at Jared.com. Exclusions apply. See store or Jared.com/Levion for complete details.
Brought to you by Edwin Watts.
Hey, sweet new phone.
Yeah, I just switched to Boost Mobile and got 4 free Samsung Galaxy A20 phones. From the bottom, from the cane, from the struggle, from the pain.
Yeah, I got the 4 free phones part, but did you just quote Pitbull's song there?
No.
Yes, you did. Listen.
From the bottom, from the cane, from the struggle, from the pain.
What? I'm just telling you about Boost Mobile's super reliable, super fast network. I'm Barat, click clack. Now they want to take it back.
There, you just did it again. Right after the part about the super reliable, super fast network. Listen.
Click, click, now they want to take it back.
No, I'm simply saying with Boost Mobile, I'm winning, 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 winning.
That's Pitbull's song.
No one says it better than Pitbull. With Boost Mobile, you're winning. Switching at 4 lines for $25 per line per month. Unlimited gigs, 4 free Samsung Galaxy A20 phones, all on our super reliable, super fast network. Limited time offer while supplies last. Requires 1 port from eligible carrier and activation. 1 free device per line. Includes mobile optimized data. Additional terms and restrictions apply. Offers and coverage not available everywhere. See boostmobile.com or retailer for full details.
1130 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports. Powered by Jack Spring Electric.
Let Swoop Stores brighten your day. 109 East Burt Coons in Shreveport, 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City.
1130 The Tiger, Shreveport's home for sports.
Welcome, one and all. Rogers Hampton's here. I'm here. Tim Fletcher. 1130 The Tiger. Download the 1130 The Tiger app. So let's see. What's the lineup today? Because we know Hooking Up, Tracking Down from 11 until 1, the best outdoor show on the radio. No Graff today, just Eccles and McCoy. That's enough for you, though.
That's right, in
Mike
studio. That's enough knowledge there. 2 that's to cover the third.
Between the two of them, they got one brain. Is what
there they go, yeah. And Jay Watley is the man behind the curtain.
He is Topwater.
That's right.
From 1 to 3, hanging with Hester.
Yes, sir.
3 to 5, Patrick Netherton.
Here we are.
5 to 6, Sports Talk with JJ and Bonds.
There we go.
And
I'm not sure about the rest of it. We need to ask Greg for sure. I'm not completely sure. Seems like they would, but I don't think there's a Coach O show until the week before that first semi. I think I saw an email about that.
Yeah.
But we will find out. Yeah, we do need to find out if we have Eyeball Weekly. It seems like we should. Of all weeks to have one, it seems like this would be pretty smart. Yeah.
No Coach O show, though. I couldn't.
No, I think it's going to be the week before the bowl.
And so Talking Tiger football is finished, or is he going to have a
I think
bowl?
He's waiting till the Coach O show. From the email I saw, I think Tony is waiting to do his final Talking Tiger football when it's Coach O's next program. And, I did see, I'll have to check the date with Greg, but the next Coach O show and Talking Tiger football is going to land on a Thursday night. I did see that in the email, that it's going to be a special edition Thursday night show. So we'll just need to get with Greg just to double check that we're doing that. But I'm pretty confident there's probably Eyeball Weekly tonight. It seems like while the fire is hot, strike that iron in it, buddy.
I agree.
And come with a list of ticket prices.
That would be a good idea.
And packages and how we get in touch with them. And always say it 3 times.
Yes.
I've done learn the Bob Griffin way. Just give your information 3 times. Eventually somebody's going to retain that information.
Draco says Eccles is the star of that show.
Ooh.
Wow, look at that. A vote for Eccles.
Oh, man. Don't tell McCoy that.
Don't know. Kachu says, I think he said that when you start taking testosterone replacement therapy that your body may stop making it altogether. When you stop taking it, the body takes a while to start making it.
That makes
sense. I was going to say that makes sense.
I think you hit the nail on the
If you
head.
and I both made sense of it, then it must be some kind of truth to it.
Gotta be
if
true.
we're both agreeing on it.
Major Burns, Baton Rouge native, 4-star defensive back.
We talking about Ferret Face from MASH?
I think so.
Major Burns? Where's Hot Lips? Major Burns eats worms.
Yes.
What do you think that's more about?
I
Getting
don't
some
know.
really good commits there in that secondary. Thought I might start as a 4-star. They just signed 2 5-star. You know what I mean? Is it something like that where he went from, I might not get to play till junior year?
Maybe so.
Yeah.
Because Fulton and Stingley ain't going
They're
anywhere.
not going anywhere. And
The 4-star every need, man. Every need. When you've got dumpster service issues, call Bayou Bell, 671-9900, 671-9900. Bayou Bell, the nice guys who love talking trash. Denny Rogers earlier on the Facebook feed said, as far as the Independence Bowl, just buy your tickets, folks. Support the bowl before we don't have one to support. And that is true. And that's one thing that, maybe they need to kind of change the strategy here and kind of start letting people know who's in the bowl game. We hear enough about the stuff that's going along outside the bowl game. Maybe it's time to start letting people know, hey, you realize that this is Louisiana Tech and Miami playing here. I want to come check this out. 8:39 the time. Joining us on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline, you know him, you love him, and you probably owe him money. He's Ed Hardy. What's up, EH?
What's up, dude? So I'm caught in the tail end of it. So who's the kid that one of like many that always wishy-washy? What position was he leaving?
Safety.
Okay.
Safety.
So does this have anything to do with Aranda perhaps not being there, or just there's the more talent? Remember what I told you a while back? I said he's not getting enough love. He's not getting enough phone calls, so he's going to open it back up. Or is it because of maybe Aranda might be out the door?
I think it would probably be more of, I don't know. It's all speculation, but I would assume just the little bit that I know about recruiting nowadays is that these kids become attached to the position coach and the other players that take them on the recruiting trip and play their position. Okay, the position coach is not changing at LSU. The players that are there are not changing. So it sounds to me like he just either thought, there's already 2 other safeties signed. Maybe there's going to be a third. Who knows? And he might be hearing from A&M. Who was it? Florida, A&M, and somebody else. Georgia? Was that who it was? They may be getting in his ear, and he looks on their list and goes, wait a minute, these guys, A&M might not have a single safety signed. So
that's smart.
Right. Sometimes it just becomes a deal of logic, like, oh, boy, I committed way too soon. I'm in a log jam here where if I went to another school that's also does a good job of getting DBs out into the NFL and accomplishing my goals, I'm the only safety that they have in their class. Well, then you understand exactly why a young man would do that. So I hope it works out for him. It's a lot of pressure for a 17, 18-year-old kid to commit to. It's not like, you, me, Rogers, Saints, Nugget, Pierce, Caroline, Sid, all of our kids, Lauren. When we didn't have a commitment to NLU. Obviously, I didn't have a very strong one at all. We didn't have a ceremony and, make a big deal out of Rogers is going to NLU and Lauren and Sid and Pierce and Caroline are all going to LSU and wherever Saints and Nuggets going. And then to get and to stay on campus, we've got to basically win a job. That if I want to stay here, I've got to be the best at what I'm doing on a regular basis so that I will enjoy my time here. I mean, that's a lot to ask of a kid to kind of maintain, in addition to making your grades and doing all the other things that college kids do. If you end up being the 4th best biological engineering student in the Biology 101 class, no big deal. If you're the fourth best cornerback in your freshman class, then that sucks. You're never going to play. You're going to end up transferring. It's a whole different ball of wax there for these kind of so there's a lot of pressure on these kids. I just hope it works out for them.
Yeah, not trying to be the best at exercise.
That's right, buddy.
I wonder if our Arkansas coach could start poaching some of those Georgia commits, because, I mean, their cupboard is completely full as well. You would think he could start swiping some of them, but it seems like, man, he's just going to go. I mean, according to Rivals, Arkansas only has 6 prospects signed. 6.
Yeah, 6.
They're like, what, 98? I mean, Tech's better than them. I mean, dude. I mean, what, did a bunch of them leave when they fired the other guy, or what?
Chad Morris, yeah, they lost all their Texas high school commitments. They had 13 or 14 commits, and they went to 6 the day he was fired.
Wow.
So, yeah, they got some room.
Man.
They got some room. It's no big deal. But, yeah, I know one of the offensive linemen commits to Georgia Pittman is after him, so we'll see what happens there.
Yeah, I mean, come on, you got to get one. You know what I mean?
Just one.
Poaching's okay when it's not like he's trying to, poach a 1AA team. But going back to Aranda and stuff, I think he saw the writing on the wall. He said, look, man, I'm getting paid. Jody, our buddy, Fantasy, his theory was one of the reasons why Aranda didn't cut bait a while back, because he had a couple daughters, and the daughters were in high school. They're sick of moving, and they wanted to enjoy their experience. Well, I think that one's falling the coop, but I think more along lines of, with this new offense, that when is that $2.5 million salary going to be, sexy anymore when they're giving up 30 a click? So this is, I mean, perfect timing for him. And then, a team is successful when their coaches start leaving. You know what I mean?
Right, and I think maybe that has something to do with it. Aranda Star was at its peak maybe last year before. And, by the way, Bruce Feldman, who was one of the first to report that he was close to a deal at UNLV, is now reporting what everyone else has reported. Las Vegas Review-Journal had it last night that he ain't going to be the coach of UNLV. Now Feldman's even kind of backtracked on his story as well. So he's not taking the UNLV job. It was amazing how quickly people were like, why would he do that, to where you could logically see how he could do that. This is a good idea, to where he's not doing it. Well, he made a good decision not to do that. You're like, good gosh. It's like when one of your buddies starts dating a girl that is not good for him, but you're all in for him. And then you're like, oh, yeah, man, she's great. She's awesome. And then after she breaks up with him, told you, shouldn't have ever gone out with her, and vice versa. I'm sure women do the exact same thing about guys. But I've never been.
And then when you have one of your loser friends that'll go after her because she's like low-hanging fruit.
Exactly.
Because they don't have any moxie themselves.
They don't have any couth,
No, you're right. I know, man. So I mean, he's in a real good spot, but it's kind of like, thinking about. And I watched a bunch of clips, and it was pretty good. YouTube and all the stuff talking to Orgeron and all that, and Brady. It was Brady that the reason why LSU is where they are is because of Brady and all this stuff. And I'm Brady. I'm like, okay, look, he doesn't know how to run a day-to-day operation, period. There's no way he could be a head coach. I mean, he could be offensive coordinator somewhere, but even that respect, he at least, I mean, he was nothing. I mean, Sean Payton, I mean, rightfully so, he said, yeah, he's just he's a quick study or something. He didn't give him tons of praise because he wasn't like one of his, chief lieutenants or whatnot. But I mean, if it's the pitch to keep Brady around, Orgeron says, "Look, man," he goes, "I'm not trying to keep you here forever because I mean, you got high aspirations. But if you really want to be a head coach, why don't you stick around here and learn the special teams, learn everything, learn how to run it, and then run your offense, but get involved in everything, and I'll let you do that." Give him some stupid title. I mean, how many assistant head coach to the whatever, and there's so many of them. Give him a title, give him a little bump, and if I was Brady, I'd much rather do that on a team that's always going to have talent come in rather than go to Texas or somewhere or even a smaller school and be a head coach and get destroyed,
I get it. I mean, I'm with you as well. We have kind of asked this for like the last 5 years, though, about Dave Aranda. What's the itch that needs to be scratched? Is his itch to be a college head football coach? Is his itch to be a defensive coordinator in the NFL, to be an NFL head coach? And it's what he has shown us over these last 4 years or so after the end of the season is that, no, he doesn't have an itch. His itch is to be right here where he is at LSU as the very highly compensated defensive coordinator. But with this news, he obviously wanted a job like the UNLV job, or we wouldn't have gotten to the point where he's almost signing a contract with the deal, like Feldman reported, Sports Illustrated reported. So he's got an itch now. Now we know a little bit more about Dave Aranda. He does want to try his hand at being a college head football coach. I don't think it's necessarily Yates just because the pressure of $2.5 million and defense is giving up 30 points every now and then. We're no longer just giving up 8 points a game. I don't think it's necessarily just that. I wonder if he kind of looks at that as like, well, if I'm going to do it, I better do it now, because the way that this system is at LSU, my defense is going to be on the field 7 more times a game because the offense is going to be putting some more points on the board and shorter drives and shorter length of time. So I've got to the athletic directors of the world who might not be pro football focus and sports analytics driven, they may just look at it and go, oh, wait, we're not going to hire this guy. This defense gave up 27 points a game. They may not look into the numbers and see it. So that might be the biggest reason why we're hearing his name associated with Colorado State and UNLV, 2 jobs that seemingly were below him, EH and Rogers, don't you think? If, below what a guy who has accomplished as much as he has at LSU, and you're taking the UNLV job, one of the lowest paying jobs in D1, just to be a head coach?
Yeah, he's taking a pay cut.
Right, well, he's taking about an 80% pay cut. Why would you do that? Or based on what the other guy was making, they would have to pay him more, obviously. But it was like, why would you do that? I think that we kind of figured it out.
How long is this contract at LSU?
He's got another 3 years or 4 years on it, I think. He signed a brand new one 2 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, that'd be stupid to break that, and I seriously doubt they'd renegotiate. Well, now that you're giving up 30 points a game, we need some more money to give to Brady. I doubt they do that. He'd walk if they asked him to do that,
Yeah.
Or no, he wouldn't walk. He's getting paid. There's no reason to go nowhere. So, yeah. I don't know. These are really good problems to have this time of year if you're a college football fan, because everybody else, all but 4 teams are twiddling their thumbs, and if they don't like NFL, they're doing nothing. You know what I mean? So this is a really good problem. So, anyways, that's all I got.
All right, buddy. I thought he was going to talk about Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole, by the way, I'll go ahead and address it here with Rogers, former Astro, former Pirate. I don't want to be a Pirate. Is now a New York Yankee. 9 years, $324 million, Rogers. Is that right?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
$36 million a year.
Opt out after 5, player opt.
Got to shave that beard. Get a haircut.
Yeah.
It's still stupid.
Yeah. And the Yankees drafted him out of high school, so they've been wanting him for a long time.
They have. They're getting him.
Oh, they're getting him, sweetheart.
9 years for a pitcher.
He's 29. That's still young.
Still young. Boy,
but I mean,
we've seen some good 20-something-year-old pitchers. Oh, my!
No, especially as much as he threw and as many strikeouts, as hard as he throws, and as many 90-mile-an-hour plus balls.
Snaps off that breaking ball.
Yes.
But hey, it's their money. $324 million.
And I mean, as an Astros fan, knew he was going to go somewhere. To me, went to the perfect place. Only going to face him maybe once during the year, twice until you get to postseason. He goes to the Angels. We're facing him all season long.
Right.
So of all places, yeah, we play the Yankees maybe once a year, twice at the most, and unless we get to postseason, he went to the most perfect place as an Astro fan. Hey, I don't have to worry about seeing him much. No. But as an Angel fan, you're going to see him once a month, twice a month maybe, depending on. So no, I was, and the Dodgers didn't get him. The Dodgers didn't get him, so let him go to Yankville.
Real quick baseball news. MLB is saying that the Astros could consider trading Carlos Correa.
I've seen that a couple of places.
There's no way.
There's no way. Yeah, somebody.
I know he's injury
I saw the
prone.
ridiculous trade, Correa and Josh Reddick for Price, the pitcher, and I just went, "You have got to be kidding! Why? Why in the world?" And what people don't remember is, as good as Cole was, he finished second in the Cy Young to Justin Verlander, who's still an Astro. And by the way, guess who bumps up to number 2? Zach Greinke. Lance McCullers is back this year from injury. Wade Miley should be back. Brad Peacock. Right. And they still can go out and get somebody in free agency. So you didn't, it's not like the Astros are falling apart. Greinke bumps up to number 2. Okay. I can handle that.
Right.
I can handle that.
Cubs fans, get ready. It looks like Chris Bryant may be on the move.
That's kind of strange.
I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Yeah.
I know that Bryant had a down year last year, but I just think I think they're blowing it.
A little too soon to pull that trigger.
Yeah.
Maybe should be a little more patient with that. Unless he's gone to him and, demanded, hey, Madden's gone now, I want out.
I know he's ticked off about the way that they called him up, the way they manipulate, and all teams, a lot of teams.
Come on.
Manipulate to where he's not going to be a free agent for another year, the whole grievance and all that good stuff. But it just seems to me like, dude, I don't think there's a whole lot of Chris Bryants out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While we had EH on the brain, did you see the latest injury they've added to the Saints?
Yeah.
Now who may be gone? Dude, what are we going to do on the defensive line now?
Sheldon Rankins apparently is done.
Yeah. Davenport and Rankins done for the year.
Done for the year. Rankins could be done for the year. Definite done for the year.
Well, from the last article I read, it's looking like he's done for the year and may have to have foot surgery.
Same thing with Davenport.
Yeah. And what are you going to do, buddy?
Davenport was second on the team in sacks with 6. Was really doing a nice job this season. That's just the opposite of what we've been talking about with the Saints. That, dude, they are doing okay as far as injuries are concerned. Of course, with Drew, the big injury they had all season long was Drew and his thumb, and we know what happened during that time. But this defense, which was absolutely just raked over the coals, then, geez, now they're really going to be, kind of pushed to a limit. Not good. Johnny C. So as far as decommitting, he goes, Tech didn't show me enough love, so I quit going to class. That makes sense. Jones says, beautiful view in Arkansas. I cannot disagree with you. Just about every view in Arkansas is a beautiful view. They got snow in my hometown yesterday in Monticello. Snow. John. Snow. Chevyland taking care of business. We care about you at Chevyland. We know they do because they are really wrapping up the season in a big way with Chevy employee discounts for everyone. The Chevy Tahoe Premier 4-wheel drive, $10,460 below MSRP. That's what I said. A Premier Edition 4-wheel drive 2019 Chevy Tahoe, $10,000 below MSRP. That does not happen. How about a 2019 Chevy Silverado Crew Cab LT All-Star Z71? $11,860 in total value packages available right now. The employee discount from Chevyland is available for everybody. 7500 Uri Drive in Shreveport, Louisiana. We care about you. Family-owned and locally owned and operated. Chevyland, 7500 Uri Drive. Tim Fletcher Show with Rogers Hampton will continue right after this. Let Swoop Stores brighten your day. 109 East Burt Coons in Shreveport, 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City.
O'Reilly. This is Wesley's O'Reilly Auto Parts story.
When I'm just getting off work, there's only so many hours left in the day, so I definitely don't want to spend all my time waiting in line for car parts. With O'Reilly, I can buy the parts I need online and pick them up on my way home. It's so quick and easy, I don't have to worry about losing daylight to get my car up and running.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
So you think you have unlimited data?
Recalculating.
Think again. If you have unlimited data on a network you can't trust, your data is limited, and so are you. Set your smartphone free with the new unlimited plans from Total Wireless. Get 4 lines with unlimited data on the nation's best 4G LTE network with 100 gigabytes at high speed, then 2G for just $25 a month per line.
You have arrived at your destination.
Get the new unlimited plans. Total Wireless, total confidence. Available at Walmart. See terms and conditions at totalwireless.com.
Okay, you know how it feels when you've saved enough for that long-awaited home edition? Now imagine an addition on that addition. Whoa. That's the feeling with Capital One, where a new savings account earns an interest rate 5 times the national average. That's right, 5 times, as represented by 5 times more singers. This is banking reimagined. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Rate comparison based on FDIC national rate. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
At Capital One, you can open a new savings account in about 5 minutes and earn 5 times the national average. Banking with Capital One means 5 times the savings to help pay for your perfect honeymoon. Or 5 times the savings toward your family's perfect vacation.
Big fan of water rides.
It's time to help make your savings goals come true. This is Banking Reimagined. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Rate comparison based on FDIC national rate. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Yo, this is Jacob Hester for Walk-On's Bistro and Bar. If you're looking for that go-to place to watch the next big sporting event, make sure that you visit Walk-On's Bistro and Bar in Shreveport on Uri Drive. If you're in Bossier, you can check out our location on Airline Drive. Look, obviously, you got multiple options to go watch a sporting event, but this is the best place. There's not a bad seat in the house. You know what separates Walk-Ons from everybody else? The menu. The food is excellent. They always change it up. They always evolve. They don't let the menu just sit there. That's what you're going to get when you visit both locations of Walk-On's Bistro and Bar.
So often
Where are you going to be the day after Christmas? Be the Bowl. Pre-game live entertainment by Chawa, Grammy-nominated Mardi Gras Indian funk band out of New Orleans. Walk-On's Independence Bowl Coca-Cola Fan Fest, Thursday, December 26th. Be the Bowl. WalkOnsIndependenceBowl.com.
Call and your first visit.
.1130 The Tiger, your home for LSU sports, powered by Jack Spring Electric.
Let's Swoop Stores brighten your day. 109 East Burt Coons in Shreveport, 3818 Industrial Drive in Bossier City.
Where Shreveport and Bossier come for LSU sports. 1130 The Tiger.
Okie dokie, artichoke. 9 o'clock is the time. Tim Fletcher Show. A beautiful day in Shreveport, Louisiana. Going to be about 55 degrees today, Rogers. Something like that. Very pleasant. It was just a cold, wet day yesterday, man. That was brutal. Brutal. You can call us on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline, 320-1130, 320-1130. You can certainly text us on the Bayou Bellways Trash text line, 4897453. By the way, not only is it a big weekend for the Mudbugs on Saturday with the teddy bear toss, a reminder that on Friday, it's going to be a lot of fun. They will have princesses at the game. They will have, remind a lot of people of the place in Florida and California where the little mouse with the ears and stuff, and some of the movies where there may be some princesses. Well, they're going to have some of those princesses look a lot like them are going to be there for Friday night. So if your kiddos love a movie, I don't know, that rhymes with Grozen and Grozen 2, if you've got little ones who can basically sing every song, That's two princes. Not princesses. Roger. Princesses. Princess with two S's, not apostrophe S. But if you've got little ones that are big fans of the L and all that good stuff, you probably want to be there Friday because they are going to be absolutely screaming with glee. And that is a good thing. No, I did not say the Glee cast was going to be there. Didn't say Flea was going to be there. Oh, man, give it away now. None of that is happening, sir.
Bring your socks.
No, don't know where that one's been. Yeah. Jeez Louise. Okay. Eddie Bonine, LHSA Executive Director, has some comments here we'll get to in just a second. But first, of course, you know what it's time for. This SEC update is brought to you by Red River Brewing, 1200 Marshall Street in Shreveport. They're open Hump Day and Holy Day. So we're getting closer and closer to the awards being announced. All right, so here we go. You realize that two of the four finalists for the Horning Award were SEC players, and one has won it. Clyde Edwards-Hilaire and Lynn Bowden Jr. of Kentucky, and Lynn Bowden Jr. of Kentucky was named the winner of the Paul Horning Award for the most versatile player out there. The Bednarik Award, Auburn's Derek Brown, trying to give the SEC a 4-year winning streak. Got to think it's going to be snapped, though, by Ohio State's Chase Young. 3 SEC players have won the Biletnikoff Award. Jamar Chase, of course, a finalist this year. C.D. Lamb and Michael Pittman of Oklahoma and Southern Cal. We all know this. The SEC will have the Heisman Trophy Award winner this season in Joe Burrow. This SEC update was brought to you by Red River Brewing. They're open from Tuesday to Holy Day. Red River Brewing, 1200 Marshall Street. 12 SEC players have won the Heisman Trophy in the history. 10 SEC players have won the Maxwell Award, which I believe will also go to Joe Burrow. 8 SEC players have won the Walter Camp Award for the Player of the Year, which I think will go to Joe Burrow. So, yeah, not too shabby. Johnny Unitas Award, 6 SEC players have won it. Down to Joe Burrow, he was the 6th. And he could be the 6th Davey O'Brien Award winner. With those awards, Rogers, do they make 2 of them? Like one where the player gets to have it and one that goes to the school?
I do
or
not
something?
know. That's a good question.
I wonder if they have a replica that gets to go to the school.
Gets to go to the school to put in their showcase?
Yeah.
Seems like that would be the case, man.
These are big. Did you see the award, the trophy that goes to the best offensive line? It's the something more.
Something more, yes. I did see that.
It weighs 360 pounds.
I guess that's why it's their award. Nobody else can lift it.
That's not going to the Lou Groza Award winner.
Yeah.
No offense, Art Carmody.
Well, you know what? The question could be posed to you because you're kind of an expert in this field. If you had not won the city championship of paper football and the trophy represents one and the same,
this one?
Would you have gotten you a second one to take home and one for the studio?
Right. Yeah, I would have asked for a replica.
Or one for another. Okay, just
I would
so
have
you
asked
would.
the committee to give me another.
If somebody
trophy.
else would have won it, you would have had a. Okay,
right.
See, then that's probably the best thing to do.
Yeah, because I almost asked the committee to make a second trophy so that we could have one in the studio at all times and then one for the winner.
What made you stop? Your confidence?
I don't want to say that, Rogers. I don't want to come off as aloof.
Okay.
And
no, I understand.
But yeah, I mean,
but to only have one made, boy, it was
ballsy.
And the fact that it almost got stolen,
also.
And you still have it.
And I still have it.
And now it serves a dual purpose.
Thank you again to the people of the Meade Corporation, to JP and Rotolo's, to the competitors who I don't remember who they were because
I'm so laser focused on the game.
And it was dark in there.
It was dark in there. But thank you so much to this.
You know what? And maybe just a small shout out to some of your childhood friends who spent many, many times folding those paper footballs and learning how to, do it over. And then you really realize, wow, you have perfected it.
Yeah. And I know that a lot of coaches, we heard Kevin McGee talk about he's going to go to Northwestern State and kind of look at their defense and how they do it. If people want to come and watch me fold a paper football and see the kicking style, I certainly welcome you. Because, look, do I want to be the 2020 back-to-back city champion in paper football? Yes, I do. But am I going to let that keep me from trying to grow the sport? No. I want more people involved. We've got to get our kids involved in this. I think that some parents look at paper football just too dangerous. The paper cuts, the environmental issues that go with, are we killing trees for sport now? And I get that. There's a lot that goes into it. So I just want people to know that it's okay to play paper football. You're not going to be ostracized. You're not going to have, PETA coming after you or anything along those lines. And, the paper cuts hurt. They do. And you could sprain a middle finger, but you could sprain a middle finger driving downtown Shreveport, So let's just all kind of take a breath and realize why we love the game of paper football. And if you want to find out a little bit more about what makes a champion, then I've got a 6-hour documentary on my life as a paper football champion that's available on iTunes right now that I think would probably be a great Christmas gift for anybody on your shopping list, Rogers.
Fletch, when you said that you're just trying to make the paper football industry great for generations to come and the young people so they know in the future what it's like. And while you were saying that, a glow came around you. You are now the Greta Thunberg of paper football. You are now spreading the worldwide message for generations to come that their paper football is going to be better than the paper football we had to endure. It may be a paper cutless football world by the time
we can dream. I have those visions and I've worked.
I have that wish and that goal for your grandson's future as he carries on the Fletcher paper football tradition.
Boy, don't put that on him.
You know what?
I don't want that pressure on him.
I understand.
I've had to live with it.
No, and you didn't have Junior slapped on your name.
No,
can't imagine that pressure.
It's immense.
But, I look at you now. You are my Times Sports Person of the Year. Heck with Greta making it.
Oh, is she the Times?
Yes. Yeah, she's the Times Sports Person of the Year as she's standing on a rock with ocean behind her, long hair, long dress, as they're taking the publicity shot that will be the cover of the Times Sports Person of the Year. They've got it all wrong.
Well, I appreciate that, Rogers.
That needs to be you standing there.
I appreciate that.
With the trophy and a paper football in the other hand, holding it up to the heavens, because that's whence your power came and where the gift comes from that you have now carried on and have given and have hoped future generations will be able to take your lead and make it better than you left it.
Well, I can't say anything better than that. Rogers, I appreciate those kind words.
You're welcome, man. I just realized, all of a sudden I was John C. Reilly looking at Will Ferrell, and I just couldn't look at you right then. You had a glow about you when you were talking about that Greta doesn't. Greta's an angry world saver. I don't look at you and say, how dare you? I say, how dare you not give the gift that you have to the rest of the world and give them a future path to follow.
Make your future. Be your future.
The enlightened words of the great one.
Super Dave wants to know, when is the Tim Fletcher Paper Football Camp? Jones says, hands off Greta.
Yes, because she's only 16.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, Greta.
It's in like a 70s rock song.
No. You even got warned in the song, dude.
Yes.
Benny Marsalis, she got warned in the song. She's just 16 years old. Leave her alone, they said. You even admitted they told you that.
Draco says, I'm going to kick your ass in paper football. Okay. Johnny C. says, I still haven't seen anything about Drew's arm. That really bothered me at the end of the game, seeing him flexing and massaging it. Yeah. Bama Doug chimes in about Joe Burrow. If they don't give the Davey O'Brien and the Heisman to Burrow, we can finally label them as jokes. I don't think you have to worry about either one of those going to anybody else. I know sometimes it seems like the Maxwell, the Walter Camp goes to somebody who's almost like, the runner-up to the Heisman. This is, how do you give it to anybody else this year? I mean, it really is. It's night and day. Night and day. Speaking of, ESPN had this list they put out of the 150 greatest college football head coaches. John L. Smith not on here. Shocking. Smile! They do have Paul Bear Bryant at number 1. Okay. Okay. I got some thoughts on that. Nick Saban, number 2. Newt Rockne, number 3. Tom Osborne, number 4. And Eddie Robinson, number 5. Coach Rob at GSU. Our friend and former mayor, Cedric Glover, chimed in on this last night. And I'm going to read you his tweets. And I'll preface it by saying I am 100% in agreement with former mayor Cedric Glover. This is what he tweeted out. Given the circumstances under which he posted 408 wins, sent over 200 players to the pros, among who are numbered the first historically black college and university player to make an NFL team, the first black opening day starting quarterback, the first historically black college or university player drafted first overall, the first HBCU player, first black Super Bowl starting and MVP winning quarterback, 4 members of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, accomplished with a fraction of the resources afforded of the other top-tier coaches listed, and all without any mainstream media coverage of him or his program for the first 27 years of his career. It's hard for me to understand how Coach Eddie G. Robinson is not ranked number 1 on this list. Imagine what he would have accomplished with a level playing field. I am 100% in agreement with that comment. Got to remember, and it was the way life was. Okay? I get that colleges were segregated, especially in the South, during Bear Bryant's tenure for the most part at Kentucky, A&M, and Alabama. And so I think there is a little bit of the old asterisk there, if you ask me. If you wanted me to give you who I think the greatest coach of all time in college football, I do believe that Nick Saban would be number 1. I just think that compared to peers, he is so above everybody else. And he's done it. He's won at Toledo. He won at Michigan State. He won a national title at LSU and has won numerous national titles at Alabama, all with a revolving door of assistant coaches as well. And all with more revenue being pumped into his competition. Bear was also kind of, it's kind of like with Bud Wilkinson at Oklahoma. You kind of were the biggest dog in the show. You should win if you've got the cream of the crop. But Coach Rob, dude, and ESPN pointed out, he lined the fields. He directed the band. He taped the ankles. He did the laundry. He did the recruiting. He did the publicity. They didn't have 14 coaches. They didn't have 16 coaches. I think at the end of his time at Grambling, I think they still only had like 6 coaches. They had fewer coaches than a typical high school in facilities that were woefully out of date. 9 Black College National Championships, 17 SWAC titles. To me, that's as close as you can get to being the best that there is. And I will do my typical bang on the pulpit. If you are in charge of an 8th grade civics class, or if you have an 8th grader, 7th grader, a trip to the Eddie Robinson Museum at Grambling is just, I think, is a very enlightening, educational experience. Yes, it is football-centric. But there is so much more you learn about Grambling, about Eddie Robinson, about life during that time. I think it is a wonderful, worthy excursion to get people over there. I haven't been to the museum in about 4 or 5 years. So I don't know how many things have been changed. I don't know if they've added things or if everything is still the same. But I've been through it 3 times, and I will just sit there and listen to different things every time that I went. It's I think it is a must stop on the campus of Grambling State University, a very, very important school, not only now, but obviously in our history. But if I'm putting together the top 150 college football coaches of all time, I go Nick Saban numero uno, and I got Eddie Robinson number 2. I just think that's and you know who I would also have up there, Rogers? That I don't know if he gets quite enough credit for it. And I know that there was the Free Shoes University deal. Bobby Bowden turned Florida State from nothing.
No, yes. He has to be on the list.
Nothing. It was a nowhere job, man.
Yeah, he has to be on the list. Yeah.
They got him 8th.
Wow.
And LSU was kind of LSU before Saban got here. Alabama was Alabama before Saban got there. But that doesn't detract from what he has accomplished with it.
Oh, absolutely.
But Florida State they were below what Arkansas was a better gig in the 60s and 70s than Florida State.
Oh, absolutely.
Florida State was on the equivalent of Temple. What do you think of like Temple now, or Oregon State in the Pac-12, or Illinois in the Big Ten? That's what Florida State was, man. They were nothing. Bayou Bellway's Trash Text Line, 318. Yes, indeed, I also agree with Mr. Glover. War Eagle wants to know, can we get a spinning quarter thumb basketball championship to go along with the paper football championship? Well, you'll all be playing for second place. Because as unbeatable as I am in paper football, Rogers, I am.
Oh, man.
Wilt Chamberlain, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Larry Bird rolled into 2 thumbs when it comes to coin basketball. Because we play it the right way. We play it with a 3-point line, and we play it to where you can, wherever you catch the quarter with your thumbs, you put your fingers out in front of you like this, and you can, as long as your fingers don't leave the table, you can take your thumbs and do whatever you want to. Dude, I had the equivalent of about a 16-foot leap. I could go from beyond the top of the key and dunk it into the rim, Rogers, in coin basketball. And I'm telling you, there's just something about my 3-point shot with coin basketball. It's oh boy, I'm now just, my muscle memory's coming back, Rogers. I just kind of got them flicking right over here. Oh, We were so serious about it in Monticello in the seventh grade that during study hall we started bringing cans from home that we had painted and attaching backboards to them. Instead of doing this with our hands against our chest, we started bringing soup cans that we'd paint and then a backboard that we'd make out of cardboard like a back of a notebook, and we'd make it, pretty close to size, and that way you would have, everyone would have a same goal to shoot into. So, I'm just telling you, War Eagle, I don't know if you want to bite off that much of an apple. High Rail says going to Hot Springs to trail with Christmas lights, it's something to see. Yeah, Hot Springs, where you can also make sports wagers, which you can't do here even though we voted on it. Dr. TV joins us. What's going on, Dr. Tim Vines? How are you doing on the Mudbugs Hockey Hotline?
I'm doing great. I wanted to add to your Eddie Robinson discussion. When Dad was president of the Northeast and I was still a little kid, I don't remember exactly how old I was, but President Jones over at Grambling invited him and his family, my dad and us, to come down to the Bayou Classic one year. So it was my first time in the Superdome. I got to see Doug Williams and Sammy White that were just incredibly good. And but the strangest thing is that my favorite memory of the game was the halftime show. Mm-hmm. The Southern band played first at halftime, and they got out there and they just played and played and played, and it was way past halfway through the halftime, and the Southern band was still out there playing. So the Grambling band just lined up on the sideline and marched right out there in the middle of the Southern band, and they started playing, and the Southern band members just kind of dropped their heads and kind of wandered off the field.
It's the way it should be. I like it.
Have a good day, Timmy.
See you later, Dr. TV. That's pretty good stuff, buddy. I loved Coach Rob. I thought he was just he was a national treasure. One of the nicest fellows you'd meet. I remember going to Grambling practices to get, video, or we'd talk to him after a practice. They were practicing with the stuff, Rogers, that we practiced with at Monticello High School. Same tackling dummies, same muddy fields. There was nothing luxurious about being a Grambling Tiger under Coach Rob, except that you got to wear the G and you got to play under Coach Rob. And that more than made up for the niceties that maybe other kids had. Terry Bradshaw tells the story because Tech and Grambling, there was segregation. He said, so we weren't going to play Grambling. He said, but we know those guys. They're 5 miles away. And he said, so one time we challenged them. It was when Shaq Harris was there. We challenged them to, I think he said it was Shaq Harris was the quarterback at Grambling at the time. We said, hey, let's play a little pickup football. Play a little flag football. So we met on a field. Thought we were pretty hot stuff out there, and we got our tails whipped up and down that field like you wouldn't believe. And he was like, whew, there's something going on over at Grambling that we ain't got. So they whipped us. They were something else, man. And it's just a shame that I just wish that more people remembered Coach Rob and every positive impact he had, which is why I try to strongly encourage people to go to the Eddie Robinson Museum. 9:26 is the time. Tim Fletcher Show, Rogers Hampton. Telling you, oh, look, a paper football. Did I just sweat this out or something? Huh. Just falling out of my sleeves here, buddy. Nothing to see. Feel like Job on Arrested Development trying to be a magician. Your brother Gob, Job.
Rapolo's Insulation is here to lower your utility bills, and they have done it because, I passed this on to Brian the other day. Hold on. One of you wonderful folks out there sent us a little text yesterday that said, hey, I had Rapolo spray my attic in April. I saved 1,000 kilowatts per month in the summer. That also means less wear on my air conditioning unit. Bingo, bango, bongo. Another testimonial about how Brian Rapolo and Rapolo's Insulation is lowering utility bills, and I didn't even think about that. That means that your air conditioner is going to be used less in the summer, your heater less in the winter, because you've got better insulation, and that does. It saves wear and tear. It's like Drew Brees being off for 6 weeks with a thumb. His shoulder's been saved a little bit more for the stretch run. Get the same situation developed there for your air conditioning and heating units. Call Brian Rapolo, Rapolo's Insulation, 865-5113, 865-5113. We'll be back right after this. The Cleanup Hour, hitting fourth. First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice Personnel your last call. 797-7810. We're fortunate to have Sweet Nicole with us here from First Choice Personnel. Nicole, I have very little computer skills, but there is a big need for people who have a special skill, correct?
We are. We're looking for data entry specialists with strong Excel skills. We have a lot of companies now looking for people to do data entry, and if anyone is looking for a job, let me know.
797-7810. First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice your last call. Holiday season is here, and that means the holiday cheer is here as well. Eggnog daiquiris at Daiquiri Express. The tastiest, the most flavorful. Nutmeg, cinnamon, eggnog daiquiris at Daiquiri Express. All 5 locations.
Hey, this is Bubba Winningham here at Chevyland, and General Motors just announced GM employee discount for everyone on all remaining 2019 new Chevrolets in stock. We've got about 200 of those left, so the savings are incredible. How about $32,995 for a 2019 Silverado Crew Cab with 355 horsepower V8, Texas Edition equipment all over the place. This is a great loaded up truck that's over $14,000 off MSRP at $32,995. Or you can buy a brand new 2019 Equinox LT, get 32 miles per gallon, room for 5, lots of space behind the seats back there. You can get that car for $22,995. GM employee price on everything 2019 in stock. Go to Chevyland.com right now to get all the exact pricing details and contact me at Chevyland 7500 Erie Drive.
The Bayou Bell Waste Boys are in studio with us. Clint McCullough, Russell Hall. It's got to be so fun working with people you care so much about.
Absolutely. Yeah, we have a great time every day, and I tell you, it's just so fulfilling to be able to support the local economy and hire people and be able to support families. We absolutely have a blast every day, and we certainly appreciate all your support.
Bayou Bell Waste, 671-9900, BayouBellWaste.com. Red River Brewing has got something tasty and delicious waiting for you this afternoon. When you get off work, stop by Red River Brewing, 1200 Marshall, where downtown meets I-20. And remember this, they've got a great space there for holiday gatherings. Red River Brewing. Get in touch with them, 317-4110, 317-4110. We love breakfast at Swoop, Burt Coons, just off I-49, across from Home Depot. Brighten your day at Swoop. Don't forget, though, lunch and dinner, those po' boys. They've got the Buster wrap and the chicken Caesar wrap, the grilled chicken wrap, the garden wrap. Did I mention the po' boys? That smoked barbecue down-home sausage po' boy and that roast beef po' boy are to die for. And trust me on this, you'll love the Surf and Turf po' boy. The bread is incredible. You will love po' boys from Swoop, just off I-49 at Burt Coons, across from Home Depot. The Cleanup Hour, hitting fourth. First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice Personnel your last call. 797-7810.
KWKH Shreveport Bossier City. If it's LSU sports, it's on 1130 The Tiger.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. 1130 The Tiger, Tim Fletcher Show, Rogers Hampton Jr. We're certainly glad that you're hanging around with us. Walker Spring and Break is here to make sure that you can avoid those accidents and just be safe. You know, in addition to the leaf springs, which of course helps out with vehicles, kind of maintain their integrity as far as a hauling vehicle, whether it's a box truck or a flatbed trailer truck that you've got behind you, or your pickup truck that you just always hauling things around, and maybe it needs a little bit more of a strengthening or a re-strengthening. They've got you covered there. But don't forget, buddy, with their brake service, that is vital. Everybody needs to make sure we've got good brakes. You want to be able to stop when you want to stop on a dime, the way you're supposed to stop. No one's going to treat you quite like the fine folks over at Walker Spring and Brake. Again, a family-owned, locally owned and operated. They've been around since 1928. 222-0671, 222-0671, 1041 Jordan in Shreveport, Louisiana. Eddie Bonine, LHSA Executive Director, is making it very clear, Rogers, as they get ready for the annual meeting. It's the seventh straight year, you know, for the split between select and non-select. Eddie Bonine telling the New Orleans Touchdown Club, I think is where this New Orleans Quarterback Club. For 38 years, the Prep Classic has been at the Superdome, and for a reason. I've said before, and I'll say it again, you can't put a price tag on the opportunity to play there. I am guilty by association because I'm the executive director. We, as the LHSAA, have a goal and a motivation to do what's best for every student in the state, regardless of where you go to school. The experience is one that the student-athlete will remember, their parents, the fan base, the bands. And so he said, for 100 years, the LHSAA has been putting on state championships. Nothing would satisfy me more than a unified organization heading into the 2020-21 year. You never know what happens at that convention, he said. My message isn't going to change. It's going to be the same. You never know until the vote is cast. There will not be any question of what they're voting on and where I stand. Eddie Bonine making it clear he wants a unified LHSAA all over again. No more split is what Eddie Bonine is looking for. An end to the split. I liked Eddie Bonine. We had him on the show when he was on during the Louisiana High School Coaches Association. And he was very honest, upfront. I just like the guy. I think he's an interesting dude. I think he's got some good ideas. Okay, he wants a unified association. I just don't know how in the world you're going to do that. That toothpaste is not only out of the tube, it's already been put on the toothbrush, spread over the teeth, spit out, down the drain, and you've already gone back to see the Cormiers 6 months later at Cormier Family Dentistry. There is no more toothpaste in the tube. You've already rolled it all the way up to where now it's just got the little, it's like it's wearing a little toothpaste hat. It's like Watley's fedoras. Just kind of roll them all the way up, you know. They just can't do anything about that. I don't think there is a plan that is going to satisfy the majority of the coaches and principals in the state. Rogers, I get why Calvary, and Rodney Guin has admitted, he talks about it. He goes, man, we got kids from all over the country.
Yeah.
You may have a kid move in from Wascom, might drive over here and go to Calvary. You know, you may have a kid who lives in South Bossier, go to Evangel. Nothing in the world wrong with it. It's a private school. They can go wherever they want to go. But should Haynesville, who gets their kids from, you live here, you go to this school, they can't go to Spring Hill and pluck a couple of guys off John Ware's roster. You know, Spencer Hurd can't go to Spring Hill and get some guys to come play at Minden. It just doesn't work that way. So how can those two be in the same classification? How can they be on the same playing field when it's not a level playing field as far as how they can possibly get their kids? There are some Calvary kids who probably do live within an area close to Calvary. There are some Evangel kids who probably live close enough to Evangel where they could say, this is the closest school we got. Same thing for Loyola. But we're not idiots. We know that most of those kids don't live next to Calvary, don't live next to Evangel, and don't live next to Loyola. I would bet that the majority of the players at Shreve and Byrd probably don't live that close to Shreve and Byrd. But we're a magnet school system here in Caddo Parish. That's what happens. The M&M transfer in Bossier allows kids that are in the majority at a school to transfer to another school in the parish where they are the minority. And that has certainly decimated Bossier in many instances where kids have transferred to Parkway. Young black kids have transferred to Parkway and to Airline. It is what it is. I don't know how anybody can come up with a system where you can make everything equitable, Rogers. I don't. And I'm not a fan of just giving in and like, hey, let's say everybody gets a trophy. I hate that.
Yeah.
We see some of these first-round scores. They're horrible.
Yeah.
It's dumb for a 2-8 team to be in the playoffs. But I don't know what else to do. You make the only thing that I think would satisfy the public schools, the non-select, is if you made every private school, magnet school, had to play in the highest classification. And they almost made their own, call it 6A. Whereas the Catholic League in New Orleans, Scotlandville, Catholic High, U High, Southern Lab, Byrd, Shreve most likely will be in that boat. The next classification, Loyola, St. Fred, OCS, Evangel, Calvary, Cedar Creek, St. Michael's, St. Thomas More, all the private schools in Lafayette. Make them all play in the highest classification. I don't know. Or have it in two associate, have a District 1 or a Level 1 and a Level 2. Get the enrollment figures for those, all the private schools in the state, and have Class 6A Division 1, Class 6A Division 2. Top half play in Division 1, lower half in enrollment go to Division 2. I don't know. And therefore, maybe you're 5A state champion. But then someone's going to come back and say, well, West Monroe gets their kids from outside West Monroe. We've seen that before. Well, how do you stop them from just kind of loading up on kids from Ouachita or West Ouachita that should be going to those schools but end up at West Monroe? That's why I don't know how you can address this and make it better. More power to him if it's something he feels like, is doable. But I just don't see how it could happen. 318. Most people leave their local schools because the teachers are there just for a check and they can't teach like they want to. Public schools are ridiculous. That's a pretty good blanket statement there. I mean, there are some that are really good teachers. And we got good teachers everywhere. And there are some bad teachers. I had good teachers and bad teachers. You had good teachers and bad teachers. You were in a private school?
Oh, absolutely. I've been to both. Been to one of the biggest public schools in Houston, and then also went to one of the private Catholic schools in Houston. So, yeah, it's I've done both, yes.
Just like there are good radio shows and bad radio shows. There are good doctors and bad doctors.
Yep.
Not everybody's top of the class.
Yep. Guess who's back from suspension? Oh, not officially.
Not officially.
That is a great.
That's so funny.
We'll figure it out. See you in there.
Huh? He was awesome.
That's a great commercial.
Yes,
and the nurse is like, well, this is just typical.
Yes. Yes. The Daiquiri Express is loaded up and ready for the Christmas holiday season with eggnog daiquiris, but Oh, Rogers. Time is running out on the egg.
Oh, tick-tock, tick-tock.
They will be gone after Christmas to make room for king cake daiquiris. Okay. So it's not like they're...
It's not devastating news.
No, it's not like that, you know, you got to take old Yeller out to the farm.
Oh, my God.
But still, eggnog daiquiris are only available at Daiquiri Express until Christmas, and then they are gone. Allie and I might need to go to get about 10 gallons and put in the freezer in case the apocalypse comes. Zombie apocalypse. I'm running around with gallon jugs of daiquiris. Everyone else has got medicine, guns, knives. I've got gallons of eggnog daiquiri.
And everybody wants to be in your house.
Exactly. Daiquiri Express, locally and family-owned and operated, 5 locations all around you, buddy. I'm telling you right now, boy, those eggnog daiquiris are so good. They'll add a little extra cinnamon and nutmeg if you're nice to them. Told Rogers to make mine a little sweeter, and he stuck his finger in it. No, it does not. Eggnog daiquiris, Daiquiri Express, Pines Road, Mansfield Road with a drive-through location, Uri in front of LSUS, Shreve City in the round building at the base of the Barksdale Bridge on the Shreveport side of the Red River, and North Market, where I-49 trucks on through. Daiquiri Express. We'll be back on 11:30 The Tiger right after this. The Cleanup Hour, hitting fourth. First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice Personnel your last call. 797-7810. AccuTemp, 861-2255, 861-2255. They've handled everything in our house for years now. We trust them. We know they do a great job. We know they're going to do it for the price they say they're going to do it for. We love these guys. And when we have a problem with the heat, which we don't, but if we did, we call AccuTemp, 861-2255. Sports World can certainly take care of your Christmas shopping needs, but also just a reminder as you head toward that semester break as well. More than likely, that kiddo of yours has outgrown that school uniform, so they've got your athletic uniforms, and they have got every school uniform you could ever need. Your local uniform professionals since 1973, your Christmas shopping headquarters for those athletes in your family. Sports World, 8809 Juella, your local uniform professionals since 1973.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and incredible news story, and I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. Employee pricing! That's right. Employee Pricing Plus at the Black Friday sales event is happening all month long at Landers Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. On select 2019 models, you can get Employee Pricing Plus all manufacturer's rebates. This is literally a once-in-a-decade kind of deal. Seriously, last time Chrysler did this, I was in middle school. And we're expecting this to help us blow past our November sales record. So you better act fast, because once these cars are gone, they're gone. Look, if you're driving a 2019 or a 2020 Chevy Silverado and you absolutely hate it, congratulations, you qualify for an extra $1,500 in total savings. So come see us today at Landers Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram I-220 Benton Road in Bossier City. And remember, if it doesn't say Landers, you probably pay too much.
Red River Brewing has got something tasty and delicious waiting for you this afternoon. When you get off work, stop by Red River Brewing, 1200 Marshall, where downtown meets I-20. And remember this, they've got a great space there for holiday gatherings. Red River Brewing, get in touch with them, 317-4110, 317-4110. We are fortunate to have Sweet Nicole with us here from First Choice Personnel. Nicole, I have very little computer skills, but there is a big need for people who have a special skill, correct?
We are. We're looking for data entry specialists with strong Excel skills. We have a lot of companies now looking for people to do data entry, and if anyone is looking for a job, let me know.
797-7810. First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice your last call. Cormier Family Dentistry is still the only dentist office that I've ever really looked forward to going to visit yet again. Just got through with my 6-month checkup, already counting down the days to my next checkup. I love going to Cormier Family Dentistry. They make it fun. They make it inviting. They're so nice. And Adam and Jenna Cormier are just the tops, man. Cormier Family Dentistry, 868-4072.
The Mudbugs are ready for you. Come on out. If you've never seen a Mudbugs game, you've got the golden opportunity awaiting in December. Every single weekend, Mudbugs hockey on ice, Georges Pond, Hirsch Coliseum, 6367094, mudbugshockey.com.
The Cleanup Hour, hitting fourth. First Choice Personnel. Make First Choice Personnel your last call. 797-7810.
If it's LSU sports, it's on 1130 The Tiger.
Welcome back, 1130 The Tiger, Tim Fletcher Show on this lovely day. Reminder that a lot of good things happening this weekend. The Mudbugs on Friday will have some princesses out there that may remind you of a couple of movies that you have loved or your kids have loved. On Saturday, it's the teddy bear toss. Bring a stuffed animal to the game, and after the Mudbugs' first goal, toss those teddy bears over the glass and onto the ice, and they will collect them, and they will be distributed to kids who have a much happier, brighter, cheerful Christmas morning than without your support. So bring as many stuffed animals as you want. And a reminder as well that Red River Brewing is having their Wear Your PJs brunch this Sunday from 10:30 until 2 or until the food is gone. $20 for adults, $10 for kids. It is absolutely outstanding. We went last year and had a good time. We'll be there again in our pajamas. And I just so you'll know, I do like to wear Speedos and a little kind of a spaghetti string top shirt for my pajamas. So you may want to eat somewhere in front of me rather than behind me. Now, it's a great time. We love it. Red River Brewing, getting it done, son. How about the J.J. Culver? 100 points in a game last night in NAIA basketball.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's the little brother of Timberwolves rookie Jarrett Culver. That's the Texas Tech kid, right?
I think so. I believe you're right.
So, yeah, how you like them apples?
Ball hog.
I much respect to him.
I hear you. No, you ain't kidding.
Let's see. He scored 81% of his team's points, hit 81% of his team's field goals, took 81% of his team's shots. He was 12 out of 33 from three, 20 free throws, 9 rebounds, all defensive. He did not have a double-double, by the way. I guess it would have been a triple-double, right? Yeah, he played 38 minutes. He still sat out 2 minutes, by the way. 100 points. And nobody else on the team had more than 5 assists. Someone tweeted out 33 three-pointers, 12 out of 30. That's not very good. I'm like, well, if you adjust that, that's 36 points on 33 shots. How many shots of those 33 would he have to hit inside the arc to get to 36 points? 18. So by hitting 12 out of 33, that's basically like going 18 out of 33 from inside the arc, which would be pretty stinking good. Yeah. So 12 out of 33, that's pretty good. So 100 points. I'm open. Yeah. I see you. Guys, my ears are clogged up. I can't hear anything. So if y'all are open, you're going to have to kind of like run to the basket so I can see you. Oh, wait. I was trying to throw you the ball, man, but it looked like it went in. Oh, well. I guess I might as well keep shooting. 100 points. Dr. Evil. Not very much anymore. That's still a pretty healthy day at the old gymnasium.
I think that mark still means something in the NBA to this day, doesn't it?
I think it
100
does.
points? Okay.
He did the whole 100 like Will did.
Poor dude.
Yeah. Don't forget, Bailey's Jewelers is here for your Christmas shopping needs. When it comes to beautiful jewelry to make the lovely lady in your life just scream with delight on Christmas morning when she opens that little gift, takes off the wrapping, and sees the brown box from Bailey, she's going to know that you have gone into this place that is absolutely devoted to finding the perfect piece of jewelry for the lovely folks on your shopping list. I'm telling you, man, they get after it. They want you to be so satisfied, and that beautiful wife of yours, girlfriend, daughter, mother-in-law, mom, grandmother, there is nothing that makes Bailey's Jewelers tick more than satisfied customers. Bailey's Jewelers on East Texas in front of Pierre Bossier Mall. What's happening in the world today here, Rogers? What do we have happening on a Wednesday besides Calzone Wednesday at Rotolo's?
Well, don't forget our lovely live lineup today.
11 to 1, hooking up, tracking down.
1 to 3, our boy.
Jake Hester, hanging with Jake.
It's so weird when they call him that.
3 to 5, of course, the Patrick Netherton Show, and 5 to 6.
And don't call him Pat.
Patrick Netherton.
There you go.
Sports Talk with JJ and Bonsai Ben.
Did we get a response from Greg about Eyeball Weekly by any chance?
No, we have not.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that there's an Eyeball Weekly from 6 to 7 tonight, considering what just happened.
Yeah.
I would probably say it's pretty logical, but no Coach O show. So I don't know if that just means we go to satellite for an hour there, and no Talking Tiger football.
Right.
Tony's going to wait till Coach O's show before the semifinal game. But I would probably bank on Eyeball Weekly being there 6 to 7 tonight. This would probably be their most. If you were going to listen to one of their shows, this would probably be the one.
This would be the one. Did you see the thing about Sean Payton? Said he went to the butcher shop.
Yeah.
And he said either Rouse's or Whole Foods.
Yeah.
I've got this guy at Rouse's or at freaking Whole Foods asking me about the freaking 2-point play. I looked at him, the guy from the meat section. I said, hey, your steaks don't look too good right now. Worry about your freaking meat. Driving me crazy. There is a fantasy football team name in there somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Sean's freaking meat. 2-point butcher. You know, I don't know. There's got to be something. Yeah, which, of course, also makes me think regional urology, 683-0411. 683-0411. Thank you, Dr. Norwood, for coming on to our show today for our men's health section segment, 683-0411. Regional urology. Are you having difficulty with low T? Are you having any problems with your prostate? Are you having any problems with your bladder or urinary system? Then come on, man. Life's too short to be miserable in any of those regards. 683-0411. Hey, Gus, you worry about your freaking meat.
And the fact that he let that be known that happened.
Yes.
That seems like something he'd kind of want, you know what, I'm just going to act like that didn't happen.
It's like, what's his name? Helmet Swinger. Miles
Garrett. Yes.
When he talked about how the guy popped him in the face.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd tell people that.
I don't know if same here.
It's going to give people ideas. Hit Miles Garrett in the face. Now you won't, because you know he might take a helmet to you.
Oh.
If you see Sean Payton walking toward your butcher shop or the meat department, just tell your butcher, don't ixnay on the iticism cray.
You know, you can take a good look at a steak by sticking your God.
Thank you, Mud Bucks Hockey, Brewer Quality Homes, GBT, the Great Banking Team, Landers Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram, Cormier Family Dentistry. Thank you, Chill and Hill, 798-4325. Jimmy V's Fajita Factory. Honey Baked Ham, your ham quarters for the holidays. Chevyland, we care about you. Campers RV Center and Power Sports. Chapin Toyota, Bayou Bell Waste. Brewer Quality Homes, Northwestern State University, Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar, Swoop Stores. Get your Swoop Po' Boys right now. That Down Home Sausage Barbecue Po' Boy is delicious. First Choice Personnel, make First Choice your last call, 797-7810. AccuTip, Sports World, Taco Bell, Chillin' Hill, Bailey's, Red River Brewing, Porter's Cleaners, Rotolo's Traffic Rust, and as always, Randy Bradford and Walker Spring and Break. Officer Payne, rest in peace. Thomas LaValle, badge 1284, rest in peace, and justice for TLV. Hope you guys have a beautiful, wonderful Wednesday. Do this again tomorrow.
Where are you going to be the day after Christmas? Be the Bowl. Start the day at the Louisiana Boardwalk for the parade and Battle of the Bands, and then join the pregame fun at Coca-Cola Fan Fest. Live music by Chawa, a traditional pig roast, and more with tailgating sponsored by Coors Light. Walk-On's Independence Bowl Coca-Cola Fan Fest, Thursday, December 26th at 10 a.m. WalkOnsIndependenceBowl.com. To be the bowl makes us great.
'Twas the holiday season, and in your garage, a brand new John Deere. That's not a mirage. With neighbors admiring your shiny new ride, it's your year for a Deere to fill you with pride. So with additional offers